Okay, debate diagram after such a long while. Yeah, I'm just changing this one thing for Rumble. Let me just open another thing for. We're just getting a new stream for you, Rumble. Was watching Stick and Allen on Sunday. At some point, I was thinking, I need a diagram for this debate. Oh no! Which diagram is it? I mean, which debate is it? Because we can change it. This is a what do you call it? What do you call it? This is a recommendation, and I haven't looked at it at all. So we can change it if you want to do something else. But then again, I have to come now. Sorry, I'm just changing the Rumble settings. Just so we have something else that is, there we go. Edit, save changes. Come on, get back, remove, and then just add it. Okay. There we go. What? I'm finally off work on a Tuesday so I can watch live, and you decide to do my suggestion from a few months ago. Must be a lucky day. Okay, well, Slot, let's go. Ethan versus Han. Do this one. It's amazing. Okay, no, this is definitely, I don't know if I can deal with Hasan anyway. I'm not sure if I could deal with a whole ass Hasan debate. Okay, let's go back to files. I'm just getting shit set up. Recents my work. Let's go. Let's do a new map. Blank map. Create failed. Please try again later. No, you fucking do it now. It's not how create failed. Okay, fine. Give me a dissertation plan. Create failed. Try again later. Xmind is dying. It doesn't want us to do things. Oh, it just signed me out of Xmind. It just decided. How's about no? Okay. I just need to re-log in. You see, that's the thing. Ethan beats Hasan. Like I saw what's it? Twitter sucks. Oh, I heard Twitter sucks is super chats, and that's so true. People were like, oh my god, Ethan's back. No, he's talking to Hasan, love. Like, he's not suddenly highly intelligent. He's just sitting next to someone that's really not smart at all. Okay. Sorry. Speaking of not smart at all, I'm picking this up. I'm still logging into something. Okay, we're back. Disagreement diagram. Let's duplicate. I'm just going to delete all of everything. Boom. Prime talk. However, I was watching the old Dontron from the other day, and Ethan showed up as the Kool-Aid man. And then Job punched him in the stomach a bunch. It was satisfying. However, I think some of what was said is misunderstood. Was also the tangents confused the perception of the debate. Stop tempting me! Ethan versus Hasan. Oh, on the fly. Is that what we're going to do? You know what? I'll do it. I'll do a vote in chat. I know that there are only 7 of you right now, but let's see what happens. Daisy, I swear to God, dude. I don't know what I'm swearing to God. Evening, scum. Sup, nape, nape. I'm just going to get there. What was I looking at? Oh, yes, I'm going to do a poll. Hasan or which debate? Which debate? Versus, I think, Nick. That was the original. So, yeah. Vote. Capture me, audience. Oh, we up and down with Hasan versus Ethan. It looks like Hasan versus Ethan is winning. Democracy depends on this vote. Sorry, I just realized. I suppose. How chat replay. Does this have a transcript? Please tell me it has a transcript. Yes! Does the other one have a transcript? Because if it doesn't, that's a good indicator. Hasan versus Ethan, 0%. What's what? Hold on, I'm reloading so I can hear. It's showing me 0%. Zero votes. Have you guys taken your votes away? It took your votes away. Your votes are gone. Interesting. We fortified the votes. Democracy. No, seriously, I don't know what happened. It's Hasan debate has a okay, yeah, 62. Ethan, yeah, we're good. It's looking like 62. Oh, there's oh wait, I suppose I'm the 9th watcher, so that doesn't count. Okay. The counting was legitimate. Do not stop the count. Okay. Then I will change the stream title. Debate diagram 19. Hasan versus Ethan. The tribe has spoken. I have spoken. Okay, let's see if it changes. Yeah. Hey, BMO. Yeah, it works. Okay, wait. Let me check out the link and put this link in here. Sorry about the thumbnail. I'll change it at a later date. As recommended by not recommended by Fawful. Let's just change this to I don't know. Sea of Clouds. No, I won't do that. Downloads. Oh. gonna be the that's gonna be the thumbnail for this. No, that's gonna make people leave. Just hold on. No. Stop it. Change. I'm sorry. Are you really sorry though, Chinsia? There. Let's put Axel as the as the thumbnail. There we go. Axel's the thumbnail. Okay, I'm sorry. But at least I'm streaming today, guys. I almost didn't. I don't know who. You could just tell me to go leave and then leave and never come back. Okay, so I'm going to present a. I'm going to present my screen. Hey, Melty. Entire screen. We'll do that there. And share system audio. No, wrong screen. Wrong screen, you moron. Entire screen. This one. Thank you. There we go. No, that's not the layout we want. This one, the layout we want. No, that one. Yeah. How's the head doing, Kitty? Your migraines are pretty bad the other day. Yeah, Bimo. They actually haven't been too bad. I was actually just saying how I didn't have one this weekend, which is quite amazing. So it's getting there. We have if I don't know if you'll notice it's a bit darker because I've turned off that bright light above me. Because I don't know if that also was contributing to them. So I'm hoping that this like recalibration of my hormones has finished its bits, and we can get back to normal now. And I can, yeah. Leftovers is a stupid podcast name. I mean, yeah, okay. I guess it is pretty shitty. Just hold on. Windows side. As someone without a successful podcast, I don't know. I can't really say. It can neither confirm nor deny whether it's a shitty name. Okay. Leftovers, as in leftists that should have been retired already. Haha, leftovers. In honor of this debate, you could just get up and leave it as a chair stream. Yes, no. Based on what I've heard on Ethan and Hasan, they are both kind of stupid, so it will be entertaining to see you cover these two if you end up covering them. Yeah, no, we're gonna. Oh, yeah, let me end the poll. Did I end the poll? Chinsia, this is why I can't do anything extra. Where is my other? Yeah. Let me just put this over here, and I'm going to end the poll. Enjoy, Axel. Don't worry, Sloth, we will do that debate. Don't worry, we will do it. It's on the list. Was that toothless? Yeah, it's toothless. Do you need backup? No, I'm good. Don't worry. And also on this computer, it's going to be interesting. It would be interesting with audio. This is going to be good. I hope so. I'm doing this because I was told to. I'm beginning to believe Ethan isn't stupid after all, just extremely tribalistic and unfriendly and be bad faith to those outside his tribe. I don't know, dude. Maybe it's because he's next to Hasan that you're thinking he's a bit smart. So I don't know. When does this start? Let's see if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear?
All domestic terrorists. Screaming it.
Yeah.
Feels good.
All different flavors.
Dude, I feel like the skinnier you get, the better you get at debates. And you've owned by saying, this is the last episode. To be
Ignoring
a lot of baby socialists out there who are
I think we should watch
because that seems to trigger people. I'm just gonna say social democracy.
Okay.
People here say histories on the conversation, but
right. Had a fact.
I
like I don't have
you get at debates and
different flavors.
Dude, I feel like the skinnier you get, the better you get at debates, and you've owned me.
I'm sorry, but I just can't stand this person. Okay, I really can't. The skinnier you get, the better you get at debate. Like, I can't stand the way that he speaks. Just so you guys know, I can't stand him. I don't know how long this is gonna go on for. Transcripts have moved to the description. Can I show the trans? I don't. Show there. Okay. Hasan will never inspire hate crimes. For me, he's a bro, and he's all the time, and I just can't. Okay, I'm not that much smarter than him. I know that I'm not that much smarter than him. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm so smart, I'm the best. No, it's just that, come on, I'm just not that dude bro kind of stupid, I'm ditzy stupid, but not dude bro stupid. Okay, there's a difference, and I will demonstrate it to you one day. Every day. Debate go. Hasan versus Ethan. So the whole debate is on socialism. Whatever, you are world smarter than him. Most people, it's not to say a lot, but thank you, Lucy. But I know that I'm capable of some stupidity, but wow. The China part, I hope we don't get to the China part. Wait till the China simping. Oh my god. Guys, okay. Hasan versus Ethan. What? Socialism? So Hasan will be red. No, actually, what? And then we'll change the colors. Ethan can be red. I think of Ethan as red. But I suppose if Ethan is anti-commie, he won't be red. So I guess we can keep them as that, because Hasan is the commie, so he can be red. If you're a socialist, your IQ drops 20 points. Well, your IQ drops 20 points, and that the lower your IQ, the more likely you are to be a socialist. I don't know. It just which came first. I'm not the smartest in the room, but I will never connect body weight and IQ or capacity to debate. Yeah.
Too hard. Let's just get it out of the. Let's just start off by saying, this is the last episode of Leftovers.
Yeah.
How is the audio? Is it loud? Is it too loud? I'll put it lower.
After our last episode, in the heated debate that we had, I realized that I was a class traitor, and that
I don't know why people said that, because
is this supposed to be funny? They put music in the background.
It's a good thing in your situation to be a clash.
I don't think they meant it like that.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
I like what you're saying, though.
You'd be like Engels, you know what I mean? Like the guy who co-authored it and was facilitating it, but also had a factory. You know what I mean? So that's not a bad thing. Engels was a class traitor.
God, I hate
that's
you.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's me. I'm Engels.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But there was crazy fallout from our last episode, which is kind of nuts because ignoring all that though, it seemed like a lot of people did like the conversation.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't.
I myself am pretty ignorant on the methods of governing and histories and all that. So I do think
It's okay that you're late, cowardly, because nothing's gone on. We just only started this now. This is the last episode of Leftovers.
This
Praise
conversation
Jesus!
I'm not even going to say capitalism because that seems to trigger people. I'm just going to say social democracy. Because when
Okay.
people hear me say capitalism, they shit their fucking britches.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, well, first of all, we're online. So no matter what you say, people are going to be very passionate about it. One of the things that I do quite frequently is yell at people to be normal. Because people just have no fucking way of being normal online. So there's that problem. And then the other side of it is like, there's a lot of, baby socialists out there who are like on their own journey. Okay. And they get like really passionate. And the goal always is like, oh my God, we have to convert every single person to socialism immediately.
Or anyone to the right of me is part of the problem.
There's that too. But of course,
Hi, Sultan. Be normal. Nah, I'm triggered. Listen, I'm just triggered by him saying, like, he is the one. He is the arbiter of normality. And he is the arbiter of truth. Oh, God.
It takes a while. It takes a while to engage in any kind of movement building. And it's something I stress quite a bit.
It's hard to tell how much of it was anyway, regardless, I was actually invigorated by the conversation in that, I don't know what I'm talking about. And so I've been thinking about our conversation a lot, and I've been educating myself a lot, and I want to continue the conversation today, but I don't want to have a debate. I want to have I want to go on a fact-finding journey for myself about.
Okay, yes, I like that idea. Let's do a fact-finding journey. Okay? Fact-finding journey. You know what? He's like, yeah, Hasan, you educate me, honey. You educate me. You are the arbiter, as you have demonstrated. You educate me. You tell us. Because you know what? Here's your platform, and I'm ignorant. So that's a great thing. That's like, you don't need to be equipped. Just be a reasonable person and see if somebody can convince you to be a commie. I think that's fine. And it sounds like he asks reasonable questions, and that makes him look super intelligent. And Ethan's back. No, shut the fuck up. He's talking to Hasan. I could do this. I could look smart next to him. Ugh. Sorry. Oh yeah, being online is the issue, not that Ethan has a decent chunk of tankies in his audience. Hasan literally thinks that, though. He thinks Destiny is a right-wing dude when he clearly... Oh my gosh. Really? I want them to... You know what? Actually, yes, Destiny is smart as well, so, I mean, it'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
About how socialism is addressing certain issues versus social democracy.
Okay.
And to understand from you, a socialist, what really that is, and how would it be, enacted? Yeah. Dan, are you a socialist, would you say?
I'd broadly I'd say so, sure.
Dude, we're about to get
calling yourself a socialist, what does that mean? Please tell me what that is. I would want to know what that means if we're going to just do that. I hope we get there, but cool. Finding journey. Let's go.
Queued it after this. Ethan's called.
Dude, everybody was riding for you guys.
This is Ethan's McCarthy trials. It's like, would you say you're a card-carrying communist? Okay, very good.
Oh, you're so hilarious and so entertaining. I'll give you all my money.
No, being a socialist is cool, apparently, online.
No, dude. It's like sick. There are...
He's right.
It's
super cool.
It is
for as many like very low. Well, of course, there's a lot of people here.
Bro.
There's a lot of people here that would be like, there are very few places online where you can just be like out and about and openly defend any kind of economic organization, society beyond capitalism.
What? Okay, Han. Okay, so he's just gonna like act like talking about defending communism is bad online. You everybody will give you shit because that's a bad idea. That's why, not because it's just because we're talking about something that's very scary. No, it's just shit. Your idea is shit. That's why. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so Hasan thinks that you know what do we need to note that? I guess. Hasan thinks that online there you can't really. It's hard to defend anything but capitalism. Okay. So my commentary on that is no, it's quite popular online, but the pushback is just legitimate. So, but if we can then just get Ethan to not push back in the way that he is talking about, and just give him the room to hang himself with the stupidity, then you know what? That's it. Let's see how that goes. What are we looking at? Phil? Yeah, Phil. That's Lucy, I love that phrase. Did you come up with it? What's this? I need to rant. Just you record that rant, Hydra. Why you not allow me to be a tanky? Nah, maybe this is the son pretending to be normal, like he's never been on the internet. What did Lucy say? A sensible socialist. Well, it's great, and I'll be using it. Since I guess it just did. Yeah, because ain't nobody called a socialist sensible. Okay, it's popular. Commies and socialists abound online, but you get. I'm just going to say, but you get criticized because your idea is stupid, not just because. Okay? Use thermonuclear explosion. Your property is not yours anymore. Sensible. I'll put you, Lucy. Sensible socialist. Okay. There are such things as sensible socialists. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Without a tremendous amount of scrutiny.
Well, I got
we do
roasted
exist under a
in our
capitalist
community.
dogma. Well, of course, the other side was defending you. That's why you didn't notice it. You know
See,
what I
that's
mean?
not good though. I don't want Tim Pool defending me or whoever. I didn't watch all the.
No, I don't think Tim Pool did anything.
Absolutely.
But one of his
Poodle.
one of his commanders,
Tim Poodle.
the guy who's like always the really weird like failed musician guy.
That I think
was,
describes all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
But
You're hilarious.
I want to
all of
better
you.
represent my position because I didn't.
Oh, sorry, Nico. I'll share you the link here. It's not Miro anymore. It's Xmind BT Dubs. But I'll put it in the chat. I don't know if it'll work from here. Let me just hold on. I might have to go to the YouTube. I might have to go to my YouTube. Sorry. Well, let's see if it works if I put it in here. I don't know. Links don't seem to work coming through StreamYard. You might have to copy paste that. Like the stream, yes, please do. If I put this in here, if I put the link, I'll put the link in the description and save. It should come there. Diagram link. There we go. It should change it. He has multiple awards and opened for Metallica recently, not failed. Wow. Yeah, that is not failed. Sorry. Phil? He was talking about Phil? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, Phil, and Phil was on with the... Oh, so did Phil hear this? Did they go over this with Phil in the chat? Calling all that remains a failed band or Phil. I did not even know that that's what they were doing. Look, it's Nico. He's up there in the corner there. Anyway, let us continue. This is more bullshit.
I don't really know a
guess
lot,
we
and I
can
feel
just
like
be
I've done a lot of research in the week following.
Let the conversation
So,
begin.
What did you do? What did you read? What kind of research did you
I
do?
had a very in-depth conversation with ChatGPT.
That's
Respect, okay.
hilarious, guys.
That's good.
I asked it really kind of
Well, Ben Shapiro thinks it's socialist, like ChatGPT socialist. So
Right.
like ChatGPT probably
ChatGPT
Lenin.
is so
Right,
real.
yeah.
yeah.
ChatGPT keeps it so real. You don't even know.
ChatGPT Lenin pilled you.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
is Lenin a socialist or a social democrat?
No, that's Lenin is the
yeah, it's true.
the revolutionary figure that is
Wow.
probably more important than Marx even.
What's
in-
his deal? He's just a
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did this man just go, oh, Lenin? Okay. So what, the revolutionary figure that's more important than Marx? I'm just gonna leave it, okay? Hey, even that works. The streets will run red with the fluids of landlords and CEOs in Minecraft. In Minecraft. Okay. Lenin was a moron and Hasan is one too. That is such a nice way of saying it, Hydra. Okay, Hasan. Okay, I won't put it here. I'll be like Lenin. Lenin equals great revolutionary figure. More important than Marx. Cool. Tell me how. Guys, maybe Hasan will maybe I am dumb enough and Hasan will change my mind and I will become a socialist. Let's see, guys. Come on. My mind's open.
he's just a socialist.
Yes, he's
All right.
the first. Like, I mean, we're the father of the USSR.
That was a nice legacy to have.
Yes. I love it. Okay, yes. The father. And you know what? We gotta love it. Yes, of course. Ethan's gonna. You know what? Right? Great legacy. I like it. Thanks, Ethan. Well done, because that is exactly what anybody thinks. Like even anybody who's not informed, like me. You'll unsub me. Why? What's up? What's wrong? Don't do it, kitty. What? Oh, changed my mind. Wasn't Marx a college professor? I'm listening to a book about the founding of the USSR and the scientists who were involved. Do a book review. Tell us, Stefan Slot. Lenin is more important than Marx. Marx was all theory, and Lenin proved his theory was awful in practice. There you go. That's it, Nip Nip. That is true. I'm going to put that here. Sorry, no, wait. Nape. I'm sorry, I'm like copy pasting, but I can't from StreamYard. Maybe I can do it if it's on screen. No. Marx was all theory. At least you guys could just have me typing. Was all theory. With practice. Okay, cool. Doing a book review sounds like a good idea, Kitty. Do it! Do it! Don't be a commie. Okay, I'll try. I'll try not to be a commie. Kitty tries not to be a commie. That's the subtext for this, okay? Because it's such a sensible way of thinking about the world. Okay, you think on Attack on Titan? I don't know about Solomon. Copy the style. I love the way also Hasan said it as if it was amazing, as if Ethan was going to go, wow, he was the father of the USSR. That didn't know that. That's what, like, like that's what it seemed like when you said it.
Could have been.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Could have been. No. You're
Oh
no. There's nothing. I don't think it's that controversial to say that, like.
Yeah, I mean USSR, or well, Joseph Stalin was basically
Right.
whatever. That's not what I want to get into right now.
Stalin definitely had a lot of issues. I will admit.
Oh, at least he'll admit that Stalin had issues, boys and girls. Thank you. We'll admit. Thank you. Guys, Hasan at least will say that Stalin had issues, you know? Okay, we're cool. At least he'll do that, boys.
First, I want to say that I promote my shit all the time on the show, so now I want to give Hasan a shout out.
Can't. There's no reason to promote it. It's already all sold out. It's sold out so quick. Haas anger management.
No, I don't want to hear.
Who the fuck is buying this shit?
I'm just kidding. I know you work with unionized people for that. Of course, teddyfresh.com is that sale going on. Support my exploited workers today.
Still?
Okay, that's why I didn't see it. Hold on.
This man has his own doc, dude.
Oh,
well, no,
shit.
because I put
you got some notes.
Let me just share.
While you're looking for that, though,
Someone
can I
in the
just
chat said chat CCP.
That's very funny. That is pretty funny.
cat
That's
CCP?
good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That's really good.
That's funny. I love that.
I'll just announce some breaking news I saw right before we went live. But Rupert, our boy
He died.
Rupert, did not die.
Yeah,
Down. The Rupert Murdoch era is officially over.
I've seen enough.
Really not a bad through. Then like had to divorce his thing to
What's
Rupert.
happening to
Man.
Rupe?
Ruby, you've lost your touch, brother. Doing his retirement.
Yeah.
He wants to go out with style,
Did up until this very moment.
smoke crack,
Wait,
and die.
for a moment,
Yeah, just like go out in style. You don't even need to die. Just like have gay sex, do crack.
He's out. Just be, just
Yay.
fucking. Because, like, who cares if you get all strung out and
Palliative care, which I feel like
what does that do that?
no, I feel like there's this assessment from economists that there's going to be a major, and it's already started, a major boom in the geriatric care and palliative care.
All the boomers are done.
Because like the last what you would consider middle class of America is all in the boomer side. I mean boomer like in a boomer zoomer terminology. I mean like anyone over the age of fucking 50.
Like actual
Oh, fucking 50. He'll never be over the age of 50.
baby boomers.
They're not actually. They are all the people that are like desperately holding on to like whatever assets they have remaining.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare they hold on to their assets? How dare they have assets?
So now they have money, and they're the only people that have money. So you have to
Right.
figure out how to like
Take their money.
Get it
meet
from
their
them.
needs.
How do we get it from them?
But
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Ethan.
buy insanely expensive.
We should make a
care and
hospice
shit
care.
like that.
We should get their money, bro.
Oh, we
Yeah.
should jack up the price of
Let's
hospice
get
care
their
to kind of
fucking money,
extract
dude. Yeah.
all that money.
Yo,
Interesting.
that's my money. Give it to me, bro.
Yeah.
Here, take this fentanyl and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I feel
kinda
like that would be pretty fire though. Like what you're
Oh my
saying.
god.
Nope.
Oh my god. Sorry. How old is Hasan? That would be pretty fire. How old are you? Is he like 20? How old is Hasan Parker? "32 years? He's the same age as me. You don't say fire, honey, sweetie, baby child. You do not say fire. You're not a Zoomer. Fuck off. He's the same age as me. No, we don't. That is not it, okay? We don't say fire. Okay, I've started saying cringe, and that is even cringe. As a 32-year-old woman, me saying cringe is the most Zoomer thing that I can do. Okay, he talks like a child. He is a child. Listen, how dare they have money and buy an expensive? Let's start with you, Hasan. Let the proletariats feast upon your flesh. Okay, I will say, so great legacy sarcasm. Let's go over here and just be like, oh, there will be a boom in palliative care, geriatric. Hey, my baby. Yo, that's fire, but do you speak that way? Do you say fire? That's fire.
Fire.
Yeah, that's fire. It's hot.
No, I'm the previous generation.
Thank you. Actually, that's the current generation that speaks that way. It's lit, bro. We say lit. What? Say lit. No, we don't. We say lit. We say it ironically. How do you fucking say palliative? Skip. Whatever. Care. Because the boomers are all getting older and have all the money. Okay, which is quite funny that Hasan did say we should take the money from them. But I just want to put Hydra's thing here. I need to figure out how to freaking I'm trying to, how dare they? I just want to, let me just go here. Let me go here to, I had my stream open over here. If I pop out the chat for when I want to take your guys's, oopsie, you guys can hear that. Pop out chat. Fire is a crowded movie theater. Eat the rich based. No. I'm trying to look for it. Copy message. Can't I copy the message? How dare you? There we go. Copy. There we go. Hydra. Here we go. Let the proletariat feast upon your flesh. Really good. Okay, I'll keep that up. Talks like a child, blah, blah. I speak, only time I said fire is in a crowded movie theater. Okay, there we go. The son wants to flatten the hierarchy, but doesn't understand that means he will not be rich or affluent anymore. That's so true, Bimo. Those who want to topple the system think they'll be at the top. They think they'll be fine. They really do. They think that once everybody is equal, they'll still be fine. Things won't change. The hypocrisy of it is quite astounding. Like people like that. So there's people at the bottom who are like, oh, things would be better if, we just toppled everything and then we would get more free things. But then there's people at the top who think that they would also still be okay. Like, okay, cool. This chat is based AF. Okay. The man wears designer brand socks, right? I can see that. He wears like fucking Guess socks.
No, but seriously, what's the drawback to just going full heroin? Because listen, there's a reason people get addicted to it because it's good, it's fun.
Well, wouldn't you argue that morphine might be better?
But like,
Heroin?
there's massive
Oh,
consequences.
Yeah, I
God.
mean,
It's the same
it,
drug.
right in a way.
It's just
that
a matter
already
of
happens
intensity.
with morphine.
Middle of your life, you have there's so much you need to do, and being a heroin addict is just not compatible.
Okay.
I
You
feel
know.
like it's also more ethical than the
Let's
way that
get
they
it.
currently operate those places because it's like full of fucking theft and like
Our
assault.
boy David P&P is making a cleaning, dude, suing all these. But we should get into that.
But like run an elderly care
Yes.
facility.
And then all the fans can send their
Yes.
parents,
yeah.
and we'll kick it back
Oh my God. Okay.
to them. We'll give.
We take half of the inheritance, and then it doesn't even get hit by the estate tax because we already fucking taxed them.
Found it.
Boom.
Genius shit.
They didn't.
All right,
They won't
first
even touch each other.
I want to make this
People say
clear.
capitalism is not innovative, but we just innovated under capitalism.
Sorry, who said that capitalism isn't innovative? Sorry?
First, I want to make this
People say
clear.
capitalism is not innovative, but boom.
Genius shit. All right, first, I want to make this clear.
People say capitalism isn't innovative. That's cope. Hasan, honey. No. Who told you that? Who told you capitalism isn't innovative? Who? Who the fuck said that? Who told him that? Okay, I'm gonna just put some. You know what? Let's just put stupid remarks. Okay, we're just gonna put stupid remarks. More stupid remarks. Just okay. I don't know. We should rank them out of the. I'm gonna put a star for some of the most stupid shit. Okay, so we had this one. We'll admit Stalin had issues. That's kind of like it's expected from him. This one is fire. Fire. You see, this one's fire. I said cope. No, listen, cope. Yeah, cope has come to into my, and I did just say fire as well. So I'm using the vocabulary here. The system that allows for 2-day online shipping, more scientific breakthroughs than any other system, is not innovative. It's not. People say capitalism. I think Hasan actually just ignores him. He doesn't even take the joke. He's just like, okay, that's not. Isn't innovative. I think he actually meant, as he started saying it, he realized they weren't talking about communism yet, and the thing that was in his head was communism isn't innovative, it's against innovation. I think that's what he was thinking, because nobody says, and if somebody does, like I said, it is cope. Then it's somebody has a stupid take that they twist capitalism and they go, it's some TikTok, you can imagine it. It's a TikTok video of some chick explaining to you how capitalism is actually anti-innovation. I swear to God. There is someone out there. But the point is, you don't have to believe them. Okay. People say capitalism isn't innovative. We just innovated under capitalism. Okay, so at the end of the debate, with all the star things, we'll rate them. Okay, we'll rate them. We'll rate the top comments from Hasan. Can I just say thank you that we're doing this? This is incredibly stupid. Without capitalism, we won't have TikTok. Yeah. Innovative, much innovative. Yeah, I really think that he might. I'm going to put this here. I know there's a lot of commentary, but I'm just going to put this here for me. He probably thought he was talking about communism and messed up the joke. Under communism in this discussion. Maybe he could have said something like, people say communists aren't innovative. He could have said something like that. It could have worked. This is shit said by people who assume you don't need an incentive to innovate. It just pops out of thin air. Oh yeah, don't worry. If everyone just lives happily, it will just the world will just be perfect. New things will occur. There's no need for competitiveness. There's no need for markets.
Capitalism is not innovative, but we just innovated under capitalism.
I agree.
So fucking true. That's the
No,
entrepreneurial
please stop.
spirit.
I
Right
agree.
There.
Dude, this is some
Demonstrate.
dude. By the way,
You agree?
Gary Vee's
You guys, I know that they're humoring him, but fuck you. You don't humor that shit. Small M, yes, I'm a masochist.
gonna do this.
You might already.
Yo, I've got a great idea. Let's make
What?
NFT critters out of your dead grandparents, you guys.
Bro, you know, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, God, they do definitely have Zoomers as in their audience, and they're playing for them.
I saw like a statistic. I don't know how fucking true it is, but like, I mean, it feels very real. 95% of the NFT marketplace is now $0.
Yeah.
Like, it's collapsed
Of
entirely.
course it is.
So crazy how none of those people, none of those fucking charlatans that were advocating for this shit and trying to get you to hold the goddamn bag have been punished for it, including Gary Vaynerchuk, as a matter of fact.
Drama queens.
So
He's
many.
been real quiet on the V friends front.
Perspectives.
Dude, it's like it should be
I'm not
studied
interested in
how
this.
fast the media jumped on that train and was like pushing for it.
Have you considered this?
Fortune favors the brave. Don't show that to me. I'm gonna buy crypto right now, dude.
Have you?
Okay, so I'm just gonna say we go into crypto and NFT discussion. NFT things. Next.
You considered that Matt Damon thinks fortune favors the brave, aka the dumb.
Matt Damon, son
AKA the
of
bro.
a like activist teacher, actually legitimately like a pretty, like back in the day at least, like old die in the wool lefty, fucking shilling cryptocurrency. You can't, you know.
Fortune
What are you trying to say? You're just saying shit here.
favors the brave, my friend.
He's like insult words of insult, words of derision. Ha ha ha. Okay.
All right. So one thing I want to make clear before we engulf on this conversation
Please, can we continue?
is that me and you pretty much have like 95% crossover in terms of like our goal for the welfare of the people of our
Goal for the welfare of the people. Yes, you the people. Okay.
utopian society.
Yeah.
I mean, my guiding hope in social democracy is that you can take the both of best worlds, socialism and capitalism, and create a world where the poorest are cared for, where people can get free education, where people can get free housing, or not free but guaranteed housing, where they get a guaranteed.
Okay, so now I'm gonna say we are talking. He's talking about his Ethan's Zootopia. Okay, and I will put it here. That was a shit burp. They didn't hear you at all. Okay, so Ethan's Zootopia. Nice in terms of like our goal for the welfare of the people, our utopian society. I mean, my guiding hope is social democracy. Okay, so I'm just going to put the keyword social democracy. Okay, that you can take both the best worlds of socialism and capitalism. Best of both worlds. For socialism and capitalism. And create a world. Okay? Create a world where the poorest are cared for. Create a world where poorest are cared for. Okay, this is it. People can get free education. I can actually put this here. Social democracy, best of both worlds was capitalism. The world, I'm going to put this here because there's enough. World where there's poorest are cared for. Free education, because this is just, it just happens. Free education. Okay. Free housing. Free housing or not free? Free housing. Wait, not free housing. Not free. Not free, but guaranteed. Okay. They get a guaranteed education. Okay, guaranteed education. Higher education. All this stuff, he says, all this stuff. It's so easy. Isn't it great where you can just have all this stuff and you just say it? And, imagine a world.
People can get free education, where people can get free housing, or not free, but guaranteed housing, where they get a guaranteed education.
Okay, so, guarantee. So the word has gone from free to guaranteed. Okay.
Education, higher education, and all this stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about this. Now, my first question is,
Wow. Okay. So that's great. We all want this utopia. Okay. The way he is positing here that you basically use the best of both worlds with socialism and capitalism, and then you get this. This is what happens if you just put socialism and capitalism together. You'll get all of that stuff. According to Ethan. Okay. I don't know exactly how that happens down the line practically, but whatever. Let us try. National socialism promises unparalleled utopia, guys. Yeah, unparalleled at all. Nothing like it. If people are educated, they understand that guaranteed is equal to free. No, we don't want them to understand that guaranteed is equal to free. Shh. Not free, but guaranteed. It's not the same thing. Okay? Somehow they're not the same thing. You gotta force selflessness, cooperation, and altruism. Easy peasy. That's it. All you do is just force it. That's great. Just make all the people do what you tell them.
is this. Given that, in a social democracy, we can regulate things like taxes, housing, higher education, sharing.
Okay, so so here's his question. He did say, given that in a social democracy we can regulate things like taxes. Okay, finish the sentence, sorry.
Jobs and all this kind of stuff. What are the problems in social democracy that we need socialism to address? What is?
Okay, so he's saying currently, what we have currently, what will socialism fix? Okay. Okay, so, but he did say, let's use his words, given that, the social can regulate things like taxes. But again, like Lucy said, you can just force people to do stuff. Okay, regulate, because you can regulate stuff. Given a social democracy can regulate things like taxes and housing, higher education, sharing. What are the problems? What are the problems in social democracy that we need socialism to address? I like the way he put this the second time. Okay, so I'm going to put both in. What are the problems in social democracy that we need socialism to address? Or in other words, what is socialism? What is it socialism does that social democracy doesn't do? Okay. This is a big deal. Collectivist ideologies are ontologically evil. The wizard has spoken. Okay, let's do that. I'll put your chat in there. The wizard has spoken. Where are you, Benjamin? Good morning. Gosh, I think I've wait, where are you, Benjamin? I need to. What? I can't find it. I can't find it. So that I can I've only seen the lol at the collective. It's taken. This is live chat. Where is it? Oh well, I'll have to write it. Collective. Yeah, G's are ontologically evil. Oh, it won't. Hey. Evil. Okay, ontologically is apparently not a thing. The wizard has spoken. Okay, sorry. I know it took a long time, but we got that. I needed to have that. The wizard has spoken. Okay, sorry. You derailed the diagram. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thanks, chat.
It's socialism to address. What is it socialism does that social democracy doesn't do?
So, social.
Oh, wait for it, boys. We are ready. Are you guys ready for some wisdom? What is the answer, Hasan? Tell us.
Social democracy is still capitalist, with serious, severe market regulations, right?
Wow, he said a big word. He said serious, and he said severe, and he said regulation. Very big. Okay, market regulations, right? Okay, so.
Some forms of viable social democracies you can point to right now is places like Norway, an example I use.
Okay, so he has basically here he's saying that capitalism is the problem. He said that they are still capitalist because remember what Ethan asked. Well, what Ethan said is, oh, we take the best parts of capitalism and socialism, put them together, into this magical social democracy, okay, and then we kind of get that question is the proper start of the debate. That's cool, but we did have this idea of what Ethan this thing of what Ethan thinks is possible, right? And he thinks that you can have, and I suppose if there is any hope, you do need capitalism. But immediately Hasan has actually said, no, they are still capitalist. That is the problem. Immediately he said, so social democracy is still capitalist. And that's the problem. Social democracy is still capitalist. So that's his problem. It is implied because he didn't say it yet, but yeah. social democracy is still capitalist. Yes, there's regulation. Serious, severe market regulations. Right? Okay, so he said words, guys. He said the right words. Okay?
So social democracy is still capitalist. So social democracy is still capitalist.
Leave your hair alone.
With
She
you know
said.
serious, severe market regulations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some forms of viable social democracies you can point to right now is places like Norway. And
Okay, viable social democracies. Viable Norway. Okay.
example I use regularly. The issue is twofold. One, social democracies don't address some of the domestic problems because when there's still capital accumulation.
So which
Okay. They don't address. Okay, so what severe regulations does Norway have? I don't know. Shush, don't ask questions. Okay. So domestic problems. So democracies don't address some of the domestic problems. Okay. Don't address social democracies address domestic problems, some domestic problems. Okay, such as labor issues. Sorry, labor issues is a thing, labor turds, sorry. Homelessness. So he's just like, well, there's bad things in society, so that's the reason. They don't, the socialism will take away all the bad things that are in society, so don't worry. Okay, hey Caleb. Okay, because the inherent class okay, wait. Domestic problems, such as labor issues, homelessness, like there's no way to fully eradicate that.
Domestic problems such as labor issues, homelessness, like there's no way to fully eradicate that because the inherent class contradiction between.
Whoa, okay. No way to eradicate that because inherent class contradiction. So here are the socialism can't eradicate it either, you moron. I know. But listen, he's gonna look at his hands. He is explaining to us. We are the dumb ones. Yeah, we've not considered it properly. Sorry. And properly.
Between the owner class and the.
Okay, so and he's so excited to explain this to us. Okay, no way to eradicate because of the inherent class contradiction between owner class, labor class. Okay. There still exists an assumption.
Labor class still exists.
That's an assumption. I don't know that that's true. That there's just going to be, there's not going to be homelessness in socialism, but there will in social democracy.
Well, the idea is that
let him cook, Ethan. Let him continue to explain himself. Let him list his terminology, because he said owner class and labor class, and he said class contradiction. Let him say the things. Stop asking questions. He completely derails him for no reason. I'm sorry. This just, you could have let him cook. Let him do the thing, because is that like, I don't think this was a necessary question. Let him go into it. Okay, let him explain himself. Let him answer the question, because this is not an answer yet. He's just said words at you. He's not explained them. He hasn't laid them out in a way that will make sense. Tell me, what do you mean? Oh, because of the inherent class contradiction. I'm stupid. Tell me about the inherent class contradiction. Tell me how that problem is solved by socialism. But Ethan over here already jumps in. Like, I'm like, no, can we just relax?
I don't know that that's true. That there's just going to be, there's not going to be homelessness in socialism, but there will in social democracy.
Well,
so look, it makes sense that this is the question you ask now. But like I said, I'd prefer if we could actually just do the thing. We could not let him. Don't help him. You're helping him. Okay, so there's there's going to be. They're willing. So what's social? We'll have homelessness while socialism won't. Why is that? Okay, I'm going to put my commentary here. I think Ethan should have let him cook. He's explaining eternal wisdom. Endless wisdom. You interrupted it. Okay. Lunchtime has arrived. Hi, Galentin. Okay, so let's just set all our styles here. Ta-da! Okay, yeah. Just copy style, thank you. Okay, that's good. Let's continue. We've done well. By the way, there is a pretty large percentage of the homeless that choose to remain. So in Finland, you will get a roof over your head if you try. Many just don't. Mental problems and addiction are a bitch. Oh, what? You mean to say that we can't control absolutely everybody? Lunchtime here too. Oh, enjoy your lunchtime, everybody. Hi, Ben Vince.
The idea is that completely abolishing the profit motive in certain commodities like housing, for example, will address that problem.
Okay, well, completely abolishing the profit motive. Oh, just abolish profit motive, guys. Shit. Oh. Hey, Zax. Good to see ya. This is not Wheel of Time content, in case you ain't noticed. I don't know which is worse at this point. I don't know which one. I think Wheel of Time would hurt me more to do, actually. So let us continue understanding why socialism is best, guys. Okay. So let's continue with the answer from Hasan. I don't know
is that
I don't know that that's true. That there's just going to be, there's not going to be homelessness in
Hasan is a dark friend. Yes, he is.
socialism, but there will in social democracy.
But a low level, because he's not smart enough to be a dreadlord or anything like that.
The idea is that completely abolishing the profit motive in certain commodities like houses that
Oh my god, just abolish the profit motive. And because you said it in a certain way, you said it all terminologically like, because you made it sound like a term, that makes it make sense. Just because it has a name doesn't mean we'll just abolish the profit motive, because it just sounds better than saying make life not about profit. Okay, cool. Completely abolishing the profit. Completely in certain commodities. like housing will address that problem. Also, again, I do ask you, Commie, how do we just abolish that? Please tell me how we magically abolish profit. Just tell me that. I don't know. I am not well read as a commie. I'm sorry. It's just not a thing that I know a lot about. Sorry. Come on, like housing will address that. What it will address it, that problem, because then you're making housing for need rather than to make money. Oh my god, okay. Wow. Okay. Certain like housing will address that. Why? Why? He explains why. Because you're making housing specifically for need rather than so that you can make money. Oh my god, honey, sweetie, baby child, summer, sweet summer child. My goodness. You're making housing specifically for need rather than for making money. Okay.
You're making housing specifically for need rather than so you can make money off of existing units.
Right, but if so
okay, we explained it. Wow. Okay, we're good. Communism just need modder to create a patch or fix for communism. They were called it Communism 2 version 2.3. Exactly. Hydra, get on that. Jesus. Which is, impossible. No, it's not, Bimo. It sounds fun. What's Vincent having for lunch? Anyway. Not even a cool one. What? That would mean abolishing the profit motive in everything that it takes to build a house too. With what a moron. No. Like this is all peak intelligence. The smartest minds have thought about this for so long. And we've never tried it, boys and girls. We've never tried it. If we could just listen to people like Hasan, we could get it right. Okay? He's not a cool dog friend. No, he's not.
So there'd be government housing, like for example, like
yeah.
Okay, so how does Ethan come in here?
You're making housing specifically for need rather than so you can make money off of existing units.
Right, but there'd be government housing, like for example, I think that exists in.
Okay, so he's saying, okay, government housing is a version of non-profit. Basically, he's trying to say. So I'm going to put in as commentary Ethan maybe giving an example of how this is actually achieved through government housing. Which is, isn't it that the government that's what we're trusting the governments to do, right? Isn't it that they're all just doing it for no profit to themselves? That's what you're doing with the government housing? Because that's what you would be doing? That's what you would be doing if you came in with the commies and you said, yeah, commie government, please do this. Because that's what you're doing. You're saying, hey, government, do the thing. Okay? Oh my god. Oh, why? This is okay. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it.
In Sweden.
Yeah.
Where if you're homeless.
Places.
What?
Yeah, it exists everywhere.
So that's what I'm saying. There's
not a profit motive. Wait, so Hasan is not, Ethan has not said there's no
in
profit.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Where if you're homeless.
Places.
What?
Yeah, it exists everywhere.
So that's what I'm saying. There's not a profit motive. There's a humanitarian effort to house the people that need homes. And
sorry, he was eating a napkin.
so I don't know what you mean that there's homelessness won't exist in socialism, but
Oh, she's eating all your tissues.
oh,
This is a very convenient time for dogs to be eating things. Zero Fox, do a barrel roll.
nasty.
Oh yeah, she's eating all your tissues. Sorry.
That's gross.
Disgusting girl.
Yeah,
Shame on you.
yeah. She being a nasty girl
Better
today.
used to do that. I was
She being a real freak. Sorry. What
like,
were you
what's the
saying?
homelessness?
What were you saying? I care so much about your doggy. He does. It's within character. We understand. So I suppose I was right about this. This whole point is government housing. He's saying government housing is an example of it's an example of this non-profit idea. Apparently, shut up. We'll just embrace it as if. Ethan snot tissues, lovely. Look, I will say I'm very happy that Hasan helped dogs out, okay? Very cute that he did that. I'll be happy that he did that. But it doesn't make him smart. Okay. That's an example. Sweden. Not for profits. Okay. Also, I'll just put this on everywhere has it. Okay, that's what he said. Okay, the dog interrupted. Who cares?
This in Sweden, that's just as a. I mean,
Oh,
gotta
before
be
we look
really
at those
low.
numbers, something to consider, something to remember always is that homelessness is tracked very
Bye, scum.
differently in different countries.
okay.
So like those numbers will always be, those numbers can be very different. Like you could think like, oh, it's so much worse. Like rape statistics in Sweden.
Okay,
Those
hold on,
numbers
what?
can be homeless. She being a nasty girl today.
Better used to do that. I was
She being a real freak. Sorry, what
like,
were you
what's
saying?
the homelessness in Sweden? That's just as a. I mean,
Oh,
gotta
before
No, that's to take us off track. No.
we look
really
at those
low.
numbers, something to consider, something to remember always is that homelessness is tracked very differently in different countries.
Okay, so he says Sweden, right? And then I suppose Ethan wants to go to this because it's evidence, right? But I'm still not ready to go to the evidence bit. I'm still waiting for him to give me the principles that make this okay once we apply it. It must make sense all on its own. We don't even have to go to the application yet. I want to see him make sense of it without saying, oh, look over here at this kind of tiny piece of this, the way that this country functions, even though it doesn't function. Like I need to understand the ideas first. Okay, so everywhere has it. What was it? He asked, what is the homeless level? I don't know, in Sweden. And that leads Hasan to homelessness is measured differently. Okay. Differently in different countries. Okay, cool. So like the numbers will always be different.
Homelessness is tracked very differently in different countries.
okay.
So like those numbers will always be, those numbers can be very different. Like you could think like, oh, it's so much worse. Like rape statistics in Sweden. If you look at that, I think
Let's
Love
say-
can attest to this too. You'd
Yeah.
be like, whoa, what the fuck? It's crazy out there. People are raping like crazy, and it's
Oh my god, now he brings up the okay.
because they have
Come here,
a
Daisy.
different methodology for
Come here,
tracking.
Daisy. Come here, Daisy. Bring me some joy. Bring me some joy. Thank you. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. Okay. Thank you, Daisy. You're so cute and beautiful and not stupid and don't care for the communists. Thank you, Daisy. Even though I'm saying thank you. Thank you, Daisy. Oh, so refreshing. Like, I honestly, what are we doing? What are you doing? Why are you bringing this up? Stop. Okay.
Rape, like each individual act of sexual assault is tracked as like
What if Daisy was secretly a hardcore commie? It would be fine. We just let her be a commie inside. We'd be like, okay, Daisy, you can tell all the cats your silly ideas. It's okay. I hoped I heard that wrong. I didn't. Sweden is the rape capital of the world. Wow. Daisy? Hey, come on.
like tracking rape, like each individual act, because they have a different methodology for tracking rape. Like each individual act of sexual assault is tracked as like is written up as like one individual.
So then the
act.
actual number.
Yes, so one rape is one rape. Is that what you're telling me? Or are you trying to say that, oh, he touched you here, it's 1, he touched you here, it's 2, he touched you here, it's 3? Is that what you're trying to say? What are you trying to say? You're just saying things, yeah? Hey, Blessed. Aren't cats monarchists? Yes, they are. Daisy! Daisy just went to, she just moved you guys to 1:15. We were at like 16 minutes. Thank you, Daisy. Daisy's like, let's go to the next part
Just
of
as
the
a, I
debate.
mean,
Oh,
gotta
before
be
we look
really
at those
low.
numbers, something to consider, something to remember
You.
always is that homelessness is tracked very differently in different countries.
Okay.
So like those numbers will always be.
Okay, I don't know if I'm just gonna, maybe this will be one of the stupid things. Well, we can just put it as part of the list. I thought it was pretty clear what he was saying. That is what, that each, like, is it each instance? No, he's not making it very clear at all. Sweden is just that, I mean, before we look at those numbers, something to consider, blah, blah. Those numbers can be very different. Like you could think that, oh, so much worse, like a rape, interested test, you'd be, the people are raping like crazy. It's because they have a different methodology for tracking rape. Like each individual act of sexual assault it tracks each individual act. What are you talking about? I do want to know if it is here, 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 here. This is the most you've loved Ethan in years. Yeah, that is definitely because he's speaking to Hasan. He speaks to Pearl, you can love him. He just chooses his target so well. I wanted to check out Shed Timestamp here. Why does the Unicode constantly give us different skin tones for people emojis, but they do not give us different fur options for cats and dogs? That is so true, Zero Facts. I will add my name to the petition that asks for different colors. Thank you.
Individual act of sexual assault is tracked as like is written up as like one individual.
So then
act.
the actual number then isn't that important.
Each individual is written as explain yourself. If that really is it. If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, every thrust is literally every thrust is a rape. Tell me that. Okay. Like literally what he has said there. Let me look, the actual number, then it is, but if individual act of sexual assault is tracked. That's it. He didn't say any, he didn't explain further how that would be different to any other sort of thing. How am I not getting it? I am getting it. I'm getting it, but I'm saying I have had to do the work. I have had to go and try and explain why it would make sense for it that way. He has not said enough words. The way that he said it here is literally every individual act of sexual assault is counted. You would expect any sexual assault to be counted. How is it counted differently anywhere else? That's what I'm saying. How is this different, Hasan? Explain to me how it's different. But then again, it's not worth discussing because look, we don't even talk about it here.
Individual act of sexual assault is tracked as like is written up as like one
So
individual
then
land.
the actual number then isn't that important, but we acknowledge that in a social democracy that's run ideally, the homeless and whoever else needs a home for whatever reason would be provided.
Yeah, like exactly. It doesn't matter what the number is. So it goes, cool, the number doesn't matter. Okay. Number doesn't matter. Important we acknowledge that in social democracy,
As like one
So
individual
then
land.
the actual number then isn't that important, but we acknowledge that in a social democracy that's run ideally, the homeless and whoever else needs a home for whatever reason would be provided one. So I don't understand what socialism does better in that case.
okay, so he's coming back. That doesn't matter. He's actually asking a new thing of if in a social democracy, whichever he's decided, an ideal people would have homes. How does socialism what does socialism do that's better? One sexual assault is tracked as one sexual assault, which it is. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Ethan gets the point he's making right away. I'm not satisfied with the way that he made that point. I'm just not satisfied with him the way he's speaking. That's it. I understand the point that he's made, for sure. But come, explain further. Tell me, because it doesn't make... Literally, you have not said why in the sentence he has made there. I wanted to explain exactly the difference. Like Hydra said, one sexual assault is tracked as one sexual assault, which it is. Like, how is that different to the other? Anyway, that is not the point that we're going to get stuck on here, because I don't know why he brought that up in the first place, because the whole point we're talking about here is homelessness. He was trying to over here, he immediately brings this homelessness is he brings that whole thing in here to just bring homelessness stats into question immediately before they can be used against him. Like, no, that is not. And you know what? Ethan's not even using that against him. Although Ethan did want to bring up the homelessness in Sweden. He's now gone back to the ideas of it all. Hi, Rico. He's gone to the ideas of it. He's asked, what has socialism done better then? How does it not, do what's been done here in other places? Socialism allows you to oppress and genocide without any restrictions. That is why they wanted over social democracy. Well, let's see.
At the end of the day, these countries, the social democracies that we were talking about, still have a lot of wealthy individuals, a lot of people who are making money off of finance capital and capitalism in general. And their interests are always going to be to further erode the welfare state as best as they possibly can in an effort to claw back all of those areas that they could still technically
you're
privatize.
putting that on them, but that's not it.
Okay, so he's just decided an ideal social democracy, people would have homes, that's so he said, oh, well, it's because there's still rich people. There are still wealthy people, basically, whose interests always erode the welfare state. Okay, so it's those people. It's the rich people. Just the wealthy. It's not the actual government. None of that. Interests are always going to go further, erode the welfare state as best they possibly can in an effort to claw back all those areas they could. So you're technically putting them.
Claw back all of those areas that they could
So
still technically
you're putting
privatize.
that on them, but that's not. If you have a strong social democracy, that wouldn't be possible.
Well,
So he's now saying, cool, no, if we just decided, because what is the difference? What is the difference between what Hasan is thinking and what Ethan is thinking? Oh, well, it's the control. It's the people in charge, apparently, and how in charge they are. Fascism promised utopia too. Yeah.
Question to you would be, if everybody's provided for in the society adequately
mhm,
and fairly,
mhm.
then why do you care how much money somebody has?
Because
Okay, that is true. So if we decided that everybody at the bottom was okay, but then still people could still be rich at the top, what then, Hasan? What if everybody at the bottom is okay? If we had to assume that everything is okay, that nobody had stolen from anybody, and this all worked, what's wrong with those people being rich? People aren't allowed to be richer than other people. That's the point. Okay, so that's a good question for this person to get him to think. Okay, so we're assuming that it's in this Zootopia world, strong social in a strong. We're just going to take Ethan's word for it. Strong social democracy. That wouldn't be possible. So if everybody is provided for, then why do you care? What he has. Okay.
well, first of all, I don't. But
First of all, I don't.
the
okay?
real reason is not necessarily money, but more so how people make their money, and how people make their money being through capital accumulation is always going to
Okay, he put
work
the,
to
he put
erode.
the buzzword in. He said capital accumulation. Well, Hasan is rich, so wouldn't arguing for communism in a stupid manner be in his best interest as a wealthy person? That's true. That's true. Why not? Why not? You could just shut up. But it's making him money. You're right, Vincent. Listen, he's way better off. So he's doing the Lord's work. Do people have no interest in socialism, Hasan? Will socialist administrators, bureaucrats, technocrats not use their influence and position to erode the welfare state? No, they won't, Nico. Of course not, Nico. Don't be ridiculous, Nico. That has nothing to do with it. That's never been a problem. I don't understand why you worrying. That's the big question. He doesn't want people to save money. No, you can't accumulate shit, okay? Gosh, why can't you guys not understand? Okay, so how people make their money. It's not even that they make money, it's how they make it, okay? It's not more so how people make their money, okay? It's how they make their money. Okay, well, oopsie. That's this color. This is red. Okay. how they make the money. And then he uses the buzzword. He's got the through capital accumulation. Oh my god, it's insane. Okay. Capital accumulation. He said the thing.
This nation, the social democratic state that you're mentioning, and the example I will use is Europe, because like if you look at Europe,
Always going to work to erode this nation. Always erodes the what's the welfare state. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'll just say social democratic state. Okay. So he's going to give an example, which is European, because if you look at European social democratic reforms,
European social democratic reforms throughout history, things that a lot of people take for granted, even the NHS in the UK, for example, is not immediately privatized, obviously, but it is crippled under conservative administrations deliberately, specifically so that they can inevitably privatize certain aspects of it. It's kind of like how the same neoliberal reforms under the Reagan era wanted to openly start.
Okay, first example is first NHS in the UK, right? It's not it's crippled under conservative administrations. Crippled administrations so that it can be community private, so that aspects of it can be privatized. Okay. Wow. Okay, privatized. Sorry. Okay, so that they can liberate certain aspects of it, kind of like how. So here's the second one. The same neoliberal reforms under Reagan wanted to openly starve the beast, the American government. What? Starve the what?
I like how the same neoliberal reforms under the Reagan era wanted to openly starve the beast, the American government, which is why America
Starve the beast. Okay, which is why
Americans no longer have any sort of confidence in the government to do any kind of social amenities, any kind of offerings, right?
Because he says this is why because the social government wasn't given enough, it was taken away. People have been trained to distrust the government. Okay, so we basically, this does, what I'm hearing here is then you need to trust the government. They have distrusted the government because of the Reagan era. So now we need to trust the government with social stuff. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to say caused with social offerings. Cool. Not the fact that actually inherently trusting the government with that sort of thing, just it doesn't work. Okay.
Like you
Sorry, we come on. My internet has slowed down. Continue, come back. Are we ready? Are we good? Thank
Dan,
you.
you and I, we both are in the highest tax bracket. We live in Los Angeles, California. We pay a fuck ton.
Okay, so any kind of social amenities, like you understand, we are the highest tax bracket. So now let's go into the next one. Go into here, tax brackets. We're in the highest tax bracket. Okay.
Ton of taxes. We pay like European taxes, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is, we both recognize that those taxes don't necessarily go to the places that we would love for them to be spent on.
Definitely.
Okay, yes. We're in the highest tax bracket. Our taxes, we recognize our taxes so they're not spent properly, right? So spent on definitely what recognized taxes don't necessarily go to so he wants the taxes to go like okay. So how is this different? How would this look different? How would this be different under pure socialism? How would this be different, Hasan?
Roads, schools, libraries.
But what's that have to do
Oh
with
wow, that's great. That's beautiful. It's almost as if that's what we want. Yes, but I don't see how would it be different. My brain is going to explode from his stupidity. Listen, mine too. When I say the good words, it comes from the heart, built on noble and moral thought. When you say the good words, you are a phony hack. When I say, yes, he says the good words. Okay, he's being a good phony hack. Sorry, I don't even think Voz would try to argue for this. I don't. I'm just wondering. Okay, just you know what? I'm glad we're all in the same boat here. Because listen, just you know what? We've hardly scratched the surface.
social democracy, that like my utopian social democracy?
Well,
Because all that money in this, situation, it does go to those places.
because
Exactly. I'm wondering, honey, sweetie, baby child, how is it different? How does this change when suddenly, under the miraculous rule of the communists, do we suddenly just not have that problem? Do we suddenly, because it's not the reason that the taxes aren't, what is the reason the taxes aren't put to the right use, Hasan? Is it because capitalism bad? Is that it? Is that just all you're gonna? I can't. Do you think you could win a debate against Hasan? I don't think I would actually debate him. I would just try to figure out to understand him, and he wouldn't understand himself, so he would defeat himself. So yeah, I just don't. We recognize our taxes aren't necessarily spent on the right things. Okay. So this is exactly what you see what's happening with Ethan here. He's not debating Hasan. He's asking him questions. And Hasan gets himself into these knots. He's not defending his argument here. He's just answering like all of these reasonable questions should lead us to this superior understanding, and it's not.
because
That's why Ethan's not beating him. It's just like
America is still a capitalist nation, just like all of these other countries are.
Yeah.
okay. It's just because America is capitalist. Okay, so Ethan now does say, hey, so in my socialist, not socialist, sorry, social democracy, the taxes are spent where they need to be. And he's saying there's the money, as you know, to trying to go to those. like in my utopian social democracy, well, there's all that money is, and it goes to those places because, okay, where it needs to be. What is the problem? Why is it a problem? Why is it? This is exactly the line of questioning that I would take with it. Like, I just want to understand what you're thinking, and it will fall in on itself. There's no need to even attack it.
And in a capitalist nation, you are always going to have the influence of capital.
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay, so he literally said because capitalism. It's like he just said because capitalism bad. He says capitalist nation. The influence of a capital making you lose your mind. Let's just laugh at him, Hadra. How is he so dumb? There's lots of dumb people in the world, Hadra. He's mid. The influence of capitalism. The thing that infuriates you the most is that he's got such a huge audience. And you like, but why? Why? How? How did this work? How did this happen? What is it? Just doesn't make sense. Yeah. That's it. I think that's what makes you lose it, because he's so dumb. You're like, but how can you be so dumb yet so admired by so many people? It just doesn't make sense. The influence of capitalism on the society remains. Yeah. Doesn't that mean that a lot of people are stupid, though? I don't know. Maybe they just haven't. The algorithm has tracked them. They haven't been enlightened by such an Adam. He's actually brainwashing them. Yeah.
Then,
Okay.
in a socialist nation, on the other flip of the coin, wouldn't you also have a similar movement of people, a party of people wanting to move towards capitalism?
Okay, hold on. No, why? Why would you let him go there? No, let him stay here.
Because
I
America
want him to elaborate on the influence of capitalism. How do you remove this influence of capitalism?
is still a capitalist nation, just like all of these other countries are.
Yeah.
And in a capitalist nation, you are always going to have the influence of capital.
Well, let me ask you this then.
How do you remove it then? What is the influence of capitalism, Hasan? And how do you remove it from human beings?
Okay. In a socialist nation, on the other flip of the coin, wouldn't you also have a similar movement of people, a party of people wanting to move towards capitalism?
See, like, why would you stop this line of thinking? Let him cook, Ethan. Instead. Okay, he wants to now bring it. I wanted him to follow. We should follow him. He's the leader. Hasan is the leader. Hasan is teaching us about capitalism, Ethan. Okay, so literally there we're going here. He's decided. Listen, we're going all the way back here. I'm sorry. This is in time what has happened with the idea. This is what Ethan is doing. Okay, no way to eradicate because of inherent class contradiction. Cool. So he's going back to another social democracy, but literally social is still capitalist. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's literally we had that idea. Now we're going to the next one. Let's see. Okay, cool. Now he goes. Okay, in a socialist nation, you would have capitalists, people what? You would have similar movement of people, a party of people moving towards capitalism. Why would you ask that question now? I want to understand. And you've taken this from me, Ethan. I will never forgive you. I wanted to know. I wanted to know the real reasons, the real things. We could have figured out why capitalism is shit and socialism is the best. But no, Ethan had to ask him stupid question. Like, it's not stupid, but it's like, it's just why. So Ethan wants to talk about, so I'm going to put a relationship. Look, I'm visually showing how far back you're taking us by asking this question. And I will never forgive you for it. No, meatloaf. This is why I need a map. Yeah, there you go. You see the map. Let his mom cook nuggies. Yeah, well, yeah. Similar. Okay. So, wow. Well done, Ethan. This is the example of Ethan controlling the conversation, things that Sitch and Adam say that you got to kind of pick up on. But the point is, yeah, okay, so let's pretend that we were with Hasan. We would get annoyed and be like, no, Hasan needs to, we do want Hasan to cook because he's got great ideas. Tankies and near and reactionaries are two sides of the same coin. Tankies are afraid of the human need to excel, capital, and exiles are afraid of the human need to be free, liberalism. Yeah, Hasan has no answer for that. Like, I like the route Ethan took. He has no answer for it. I know, Vincent, but I want to hear it. I want to hear him go, capitalism bad. I want him to bring the thought to its inevitable shallow conclusion. No, we have to go over here and give him a new place to think. Okay.
Movement of people, a party of people wanting to move towards capitalism.
There will always be, yes, people
So what's
who are
the difference?
counter-revolutionary.
Well, not just that. I mean,
there will always be counter-revolution. Thanks, Ethan. What a great place to go. So yes, we're agreed. Look, they're agreeing. There will always be counter. There will always be counter-revolutionary. There will always be counter. Okay.
Always be, yes, people
so what's
who
the
are
difference?
counter-revolutionary.
Well, not just that. I mean, there's a move because capitalism, social democracy. There's a certain level of individualism that you don't have with socialism. Perhaps I would say.
Oh, okay. So now he's trying to bring it to a more conceptual thing again. Good. Okay, cool. Fine. Now I'm going to do it another way. Okay. From here, there will also always be counter, but it's another. It goes to another idea. This is another idea. By the way, another idea. There's all these different ways that you can attack the idea. Great. So he's just like, you know what? I'll just throw this one at him and see what happens. I'll throw this one at him and see what happens. We're not going to go logically. We're just going to throw it. And you know what? It helps Hasan, I understand, because Hasan doesn't have to finish any thoughts. So there's a certain level of individualism you don't have with socialism. Okay. We don't have with socialism. Cool, we understand that. The difference is that in communism, you can send the capitalists to labor camps where they can pay the penance for being capitalists. That's it.
And so I would ask you, what's the difference? You're saying that social democracy nations are the rich people are always going to be trying to erode.
That is the question that I was asking, is that what is the difference? But, you know, it's very difficult to word that when you're talking to this caliber of person, I suppose. individualism you can't have with socialism. Then he's asking again, what is the difference? And now that does relate back to all of these two lines of thinking over here. That does relate back to it, where it's what is the difference? It does relate back to him saying, what is the difference between what I described and what you described? But now he's just asking the difference just at the top. He's not helping Hasan here. Which I suppose, why would you? Difference is saying the social democracy are going to be rich. Okay, so ask you what is
with socialism, perhaps I would say, and so I would ask you, what's the difference? You're saying that social democracy nations are the rich people are always going to be trying to erode the system. That's an
rich people are always going to be trying to erode the system. Okay, so I'm going to do that here. Rich people, you're saying. Trying to erode the system. Okay, so now we can go all the way back, all the way forward here. Okay. Yep. Come back. I will copy paste this as well on the other end. Okay, and I'll copy paste you here. I'll say Biko. And here. Okay. Okay, let's go. Gotta go to work. Have a good night, kitty. Thanks, BMO. See you later. Someone said meatloaf, Hasan. I will do anything for Lenin, but I won't do that. Yeah, the difference is communists can go. Yep, let's write the system. So tell me, what is the difference? What is the difference between these?
assumption, by the way.
Well, it's not an assumption necessarily as
it's just not. It's
as
just not
descriptive in comparison to like. I mean, it's descriptive if you look at how it has played itself out in Europe, where we.
And you're right. I agree. That's what they'll be doing. So I'm not even going to argue.
Even America had a lot of social democratic principles in the New Deal.
I'm not even going to argue that. But I do think that in a socialist country, like I said, there's going to be a sizable amount of people moving towards capitalism. So what's the?
I think it would be easier to say there are going to be people that are not moving towards capitalism. They're not saying they're trying to move towards capitalism. They're just in it for themselves. What about those people? You could say it that way. Maybe put it that way. Okay. What is the system? What is the difference? To write the system, there will against country, like you said, you won't argue people what America is social democratic erode. He's not even going after that, which is good. We're not going to argue about that. Eroding the welfare state. Okay, he won't argue that. He's just asking who will be working towards towards capitalism. That's the thing. He's asking about that. I think it would be easier if he said, no need to bring in, well, not the word capitalism. No need to characterize it. Counter-revolutionary. Rather ask him for themselves. Going back to the previous point, the paraphrase of scholar of our time, think about how dumb the average person is, then remember half of them are dumber than that. Yeah, it's true. Characterize it as counter. Okay.
The difference.
I don't know if it'll be as sizable, and there
Wow.
also always has to be a state mechanism of control, which
Okay, wait,
Moving
what?
towards capitalism. So what's the difference?
I don't know if it'll be as sizable.
Okay, so for him, it's that it just won't be as big. Wow. Okay. Sorry, guys. I will change the coloring and everything once I'm done. Yes, Kitty didn't read that. What? Read what? UBI guest. UBI made better sense than MMT and the communism. Is there a UBI guest today? Oh, wow. Interesting. I was driving a car, so, you know. Okay. Oh, you just said how stupid people are. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're good. Just asking about people who would be working towards capitalism. Okay, so it would not be it wouldn't be as sizable, he says. It wouldn't be as sizable. Okay, so it'll be less. There'll be fewer douchebags. And that's it. I'm just going to update all of them to look that way for a while. Okay, cool. Not much to do, but okay. Let's go.
And there
Wow.
also always has to be a state mechanism of control, which exists in neoliberal capitalism as well.
Okay, so it wouldn't be as sizable, and there would be state mechanism of control. The control would just be different. And it would all be fine. Cool.
And this is actually
Oh, sorry. State mechanism of control, which also in capitalist societies. It's like, oh, well, there's government in both of these things, so there you go. I'm okay with that. It's like, I'm okay, but this government will be better. This government will be better, guys. Okay, cool.
an area where I very much diverge from other socialists, I would say, or even more orthodox Marxists, that I believe the neoliberal mechanisms of control, specifically.
Thank you. He's just like, here's some words. Socialists say even more orthodox Marxists that I believe the neoliberal mechanisms of control. He says mechanisms of control, shiny, 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 mechanisms of control. It's a big word for you guys. Mechanisms of control. Specifically, orthodox, I believe the neoliberal mechanisms of control. Sorry, he did say neoliberalist. Right? Towards the mechanism of control, which exists in neoliberal capitalist. It also exists, and then he does say, I'm different to other Marxists. I would say I'm different. Orthodox to orthodox. I would say that I believe I think what he meant to say is believe in neoliberal mechanism or beliefs. Like he basically that the mechanisms of control are okay. It's good for government to be in control of stuffs. Okay. So then we've got a question that comes up, what is neoliberal? I think he asks, what is neoliberal in the middle of this?
It's just mechanisms of control.
What is
Specifically,
neoliberalism?
Okay, so what's neoliberalism? Tell us. Neoliberalism specifically is just, how do I describe it? Free market.
it's just, how do I describe it? Free market. Markets are better than.
Free markets are better. Than government. Okay, so he agrees that free markets are better than government. Communist enjoys the fruits of free markets. Okay, cool. Okay. He's got to put those two things together for me because I'm stupid.
And
so,
Okay.
than the government at dealing with everything.
Okay.
So yeah, you're saying here, the government, yeah, free market's great, but also communism. Markets are better than government at dealing with everything. Cool. Free market's better than government at dealing with everything. Okay, cool.
So I think that
Ethan laughed at him. That's not fair. Suspending human nature is hard unless their conditioning is their conditioning, but certain ideas chase stuff out. It's how do you suspend human nature without just killing everyone?
there is two different, as reductive as possible, there's two different types of control. Control is always going to happen. This is what the state is there to do, right?
Okay, so he thinks that that's great. The fact that he is for control means that whatever he's talking about now is viable. So as he does it, admits it's reductive. Reductively, okay? Two different types of control. Wait, I'm going to say here, types of control. Okay, to one type, because control, sorry, I'm going to put here, control is always going to happen. Like, good for him to say control is always going to happen. He thinks that makes him an innovative communist. Okay.
Right. Under liberal capitalist democracies in the West, you have a neoliberal mechanism of control that dulls the masses through commodities, gives you the false notion of choice. You feel.
Oh, look at him go. Okay, commodities, neoliberal. So neo mechanism Woo! The buzzwords are strong. Okay, need control that doubles the mass. What dulls the masses? Dulls the masses through commodities. Did he say dulls or doubles? Sorry.
Feel like you have dulls the masses through commodities in the West. You have a neoliberal mechanism of control that dulls the masses through commodities, gives you the false notion of choice. You feel like you have 32 different brands of Oreos, even though they're like.
Okay, so doubles. Doubles. The false notion of choice, liberal, the neoliberal, doubles the masses through control. Oopsie. Through commodities. Commodities. Commodities gives you the false notion of choice. You feel like you have 32 different brands of Oreos, even though they're owned by 3 companies. Oh, so he's explaining doubles the masses through commodities. Company is what? Okay, so there, I'm going to put that here. Okay, cool. Hasan is saying that it makes the masses less likely to revolt. Dulls. That's what I thought, right? But he said double. I don't know. Dulls and less likely. So I will, or dull their willingness to revolt. That's what I thought his initial meaning was. So I'll put that as a yellow. Okay, yeah, guys, who needs double stuffed Oreos? It's clearly destroying the class solidarity. But we only have Oreos. We also have chips, Ahoy, Starburst, licorice, and ice cream. The amount of choice we have in sweets alone, staggering, even if only for a few companies make it all. Kids say, look at chat. I know, I see it. I hate the term the masses. It really makes you think about, exposes what he thinks about human beings. Oh, most people do that. But yeah, no, don't worry. I've got it in there, Andrew. Or dulls, as in dulls, because like if I push it there. Or dulls the masses. Their willingness to revolt through. Okay, either way, it's not convincing. Hasan is saying there's things that liberal gives it people to make them less likely to revolt. Yeah, okay. Cool, go.
Owned by 3 companies that price fix, right? And they basically control all matter of commodities. And those markets are.
So they control. Here's some more buzzword. All matter of commodities. Okay, more buzz phrasing. Okay, cool. He's saying all the words that you can recognize from the text, I suppose.
Are completely captured.
Mm.
But there's this idea that there are.
He also got to say captured markets. Okay, captured markets. Okay, cool. You're still saying nothing. Cool. Continue.
You know, this endless, boundless amount of choices that you can choose from. On the other side, the more authoritarian mechanisms of control, which have existed
What's
in.
your opinion?
I like.
Ethan! What the fuck, man. Let the man cook. Let him explain to us. Stop it. For fuck's sake. Like, you know what? I understand Ethan is just not taking him seriously because he's Hasan, right? I understand. But let him cook, son. Just let him answer. Let him answer. Let him explain. Let him tell us the truth.
The neoliberal mechanisms of control Trump. On the other side,
Look, he's doing the thing. He's thinking, look, he did, yeah. He's telling us about the one neoliberalism mechanism of control, which is the dulling the masses, the giving us lots of choice. Then he's going into the authoritarian part where we remove the choices. That's how we do control, right? We remove the choices. So he's going to talk about that. Doesn't give him the time. It doesn't let him. Doesn't let him. Because he's going to go, okay, and then he's going to go,
you know, this endless, boundless amount of choices that you can choose from. On the other side,
look at him go. Look, let him say the thing. Control. You would expect back of choice. Okay. But no. Ethan, this mother, doesn't let the man cook. Doesn't let him cook. Doesn't let him finish his point. Because why? Why should we? Why should we let him speak? Okay, Ethan Dieter. Okay, he's going somewhere over here. What's your opinion? Fuck off, you. Ethan Dieter. Like, really? I don't know. We can even make it like a... Ta-da! Just a little sign. In the bread line, you only need one type of bread. Choices are for class traders. Exactly, Nico. Okay, so...
the more authoritarian mechanisms of control, which have existed
What's
in...
your opinion?
I like the...
What's your opinion? What's your opinion? I like the neoliberal one. Okay?
neoliberal one. I think that even in a socialist state, you should still very much give the people the false notion of choice. And
Oh, okay. We still, even if it is a false notion of choice. So even, I like the liberal, even in a socialist, wow, okay, in a socialist, did we say even in a socialist state, you should give people the false notion of choice. Okay. Make them feel that they have a say in the process. Okay, cool.
and make it feel like they have a say in the process while doing the bidding of, I mean, it's a pretty cynical word.
While doing the bidding. Okay. And I'm going to say, while doing the bidding of, and we don't know who of is.
Worldview, but I think that, you know, that's what states are supposed to do.
Let me ask you this.
And that
And-
will create a structure where there are significantly less people who are like, I hate the system right now. I don't feel happy. I don't feel good in the system that I exist under.
Mhm.
So I should, do counter-revolutionary capital.
So it's just like, okay, we can use that. So if we make sure everybody has enough choice under socialism, somehow we can just keep that illusion of choice. If you have enough bread to choose from, Nico, in the bread line, there's enough choice of bread in the bread line, then people won't revolt. This is the quiet part into Hasan saying it out loud. But he thinks that that's fine. He thinks it's absolutely fine. It's like, oh, well, it's a bit cynical, but, it's what the state's got to do. Well, you'll have less. You will have less. Fewer people. Fewer people who hate the system and engage in counter-revolutionary. It will be revolutionary if it's in a socialist country, but okay. Counter-revolutionary capitalist reforms. Okay.
Capitalist reforms.
Well, and likewise, I don't think there's that many people in Sweden or Norway who are saying, no, we need to move to a pure socialist because everybody there is provided for. I don't think there's a large. I'm speaking at a
No,
turn here.
you're absolutely right. You're actually 100% correct.
So like
some Orthodox Marxists actually hate the welfare state for this reason, because the welfare state is.
What? I can't see. I can't see you. Daisy. Oh no. Do you want to come outside? Daisy is trying to get out. She's the Daisy is a commie. Daisy's a communist. She's trying to get out because she realizes that I'm not a commie. Do we get free pound cake? I don't know. If as long as you have that as a choice, you won't revolt. Is that what you're saying, Andrew?
A continuation of capitalism by offering offering.
Okay, fewer people hate the system. Okay, so he goes, okay, cool. Well, Ethan, in Norway, Sweden, people okay, and he goes, yeah, and then he goes, what? Orthodox Marxists. Yeah, you're actually 100% correct. Orthodox Marxists actually hate the welfare state for this reason. Which reason? What's the reason? They hate the welfare state for this reason. Okay. What reason?
You're absolutely right. You're actually 100% correct.
So like
some Orthodox Marxists actually hate the welfare state for this reason, because the welfare state is a continuation of capitalism.
Okay. Because continuation of capitalism.
By offering offering certain amenities.
seems like
The liberal capitalism has thrived and has created a structure where like the inherent contradictions that exist under capitalism that I think everyone.
Okay, so hold on.
Offering certain amenities.
seems like
The liberal capitalism has thrived and has created a structure where like the inherent contradictions that exist under capitalism that I think everyone would agree with, including yourself.
Okay, so he goes the inherent the capitalism. What did he call it? Social entities thrive. So capitalism thrived in these areas by providing these are the amenities that are the reason we're supposed to have socialism, right? Because they're not supposed to be delivering without full socialism. They're not supposed to be happy without it. That there should still be a need, not just because capitalism not fun. Like you're just saying people are unhappy because capitalism has delivered in these societies. That's what you're saying. Okay. Well, I mean, this is not what you're saying. It's just that's what you're ignoring. You're ignoring. You're choosing to ignore that and saying we need to go further. When the problem that is supposed to be solved by socialism is these amenities, as Ethan spoke about. Okay, certain amenities, but the inherent contradictions of capitalism become more muddied. Is that what he says?
Those inherent contradictions become a little bit more muddied, and they never end up getting to a point where they converge and capitalism erodes into some socialist formation.
Let me be.
Okay, so but the inherent contradiction of capitalism gets muddied and going to erode into some socialist formation. So the contradictions, are you telling me that the contradictions get hidden? Are you telling me the contradictions get hidden? Or are you, and then therefore capitalism continues to thrive? Or are you saying that it functions and therefore it continues? I'm not understanding. Well, you know that part of the system, what the fuck was the mud soup spilling out of Hasan's mouth? What, like that like dark, that there was like a black line? I don't know what that was. Black dots. Okay, so yeah, I just want to put a bit of commentary in here and be like, are you saying it's contradictions hidden, or that they don't have an effect? Effect which all functions as designed. I just want to know. I want to know how to make sense of Hasan. Okay. I could see him. I do this all the time.
Capitalism erodes.
Where you like I have a thing to say, and then within the sentence you lose whatever the fuck you were saying. That's what just happened to Hasan.
A bit more muddied, and those inherent contradictions become a little bit more muddied, and they never end up getting to a point where they converge and
like this is a typical kiddie talk. Like relax.
And capitalism erodes into some socialist formation.
Let me be, I guess, more specific. If you're in a socialist,
so Ethan's like, cool. Cool. I'll ask you something more specific because clearly you can't. I'll find a better way for you to put your point into words by asking you another question. And you know what? Good on him. That's what I like about talking to people is they can help you form your opinions and you explain yourself when you're too dumb. Sometimes we're too dumb to understand what we think. Okay?
Country. Let me be, I guess, more specific. If you're in a socialist country.
Okay, that's if you're in a socialist country, Ethan, if you're in a socialist country.
Is there one party or multiple parties?
Oh, Ethan, what are we doing? How is this go? You know what? Take us where you want us to go, Ethan. Whatever. Both of you are just Guess more specific, they're in socialist countries or in part of multiple parties. Okay. If you're in a socialist country, is there one party or multiple parties? Okay, cool. That's how it's going to help us. Let's see where he's taking us.
I guess more specific. If you're in a socialist country, is there one party or multiple parties?
It depends. I mean,
because one party's scary, right?
Okay. This is entertaining. Nicely done, Ethan. This is how you go. Okay, cool. So in your Utopia or whatever, he's trying to figure out whether he's authoritarian or not. Like he's like, so how many parties are there? How does it work? That's great. That's very clever because it's like that's how you help a child along to form their opinions. You ask them questions to figure out what they're thinking. So nicely done, Ethan. It depends. Depends. And we've got that's from Hasan. It depends. And then I need to go back and see what Sitch and Adam said about this part of the debate. I haven't actually caught up with the streams in a very long time, the full streams. Okay, this is hilarious. That's why I only did like the little anyway. It depends. What's one party? Ethan, sorry, one party is scary, right? We can all agree, can we?
Can we agree on that? A one-party system is not a good system.
I think you and I would agree that we.
No. I'm just asking you. I don't care about the United States. I'm asking.
Oh, Ethan's got ticks.
You about socialism.
I think that there are different forms of governance, and the United.
I'm asking you about socialism. No. I'm just asking you. I don't care about the United States. I'm asking you about socialism.
I think that there are different forms of governance, and the United States is not that different.
I don't care about the United States. I want to know. I just want to talk about a socialist.
He's gonna try and like nail him down. Hasan, answer the fucking question. Just answer. He's like, oh, I think he tries to do a politician answer. It's scary, right? It depends. I think. The United States, I agree. What does he got? It depends because one's got a not good system. I don't care about the United States. I'm asking about socialism. There are different forms of governance. There are different forms of governance. He's asking you, honey, sweetie baby. He's asking you which form of governance you're looking at. We want to know. Okay. He tries this. Okay. There are different forms of governance. There are different forms of governance. Nicely done, politician answer. Look at this. Same politician answer, and then it's just like Ethan's like, how's about no? They're difficult. I don't care. The United States. I'm asking you. Socialism. So I think we could just be like, good on you. At least he's like, no. Whoopsie. Ethan. Come back here. Yeah. Onto this. Onto this. It's not letting me add it to here. There you go. Demands answer. Demanding answer to simple question. Yay, Ethan. I'm gonna say yay, Ethan. Plus points to Ethan. Okay? Points to Ethan.
I think that no matter what happens, the state does what the state is supposed to do. You can either do it at the behest of your citizens because you genuinely.
Oh my god.
United States is not that different.
I don't care about the United States. I want to know. I just want to talk about a socialist.
I think that
country.
no matter what happens, the state does what the state is supposed to do. You can either do it at the behest of your citizens because you genuinely, earnestly believe that, like, that is the best possible way of.
I know.
That was Daisy. She came in and she stepped on the laptop. Oh, Daisy, come here. I think it was 27 minutes. There we go. Wait, no? No. She came, she saw, she stepped. Yeah, she's done. There we go. We're here. 24. I was so ambitious. It's like 27. Daisy, where are you? I see you. I see you. I see you in a reflection. No, she's not coming to me. She's sulking.
Genuinely, earnestly believe that, like, that is the best possible. As the state does what the state is supposed to do. You can either.
Okay, so his answer to this question. He's asking about his answer to whether it has 1 or 2 parties. Okay, that's his question. Here is Hasan's answer. I think that no matter what happens, the state does what the state is supposed to do. That's his answer. Instead of 1 or 2, he just goes the state. So I would want to know, wait, so you're saying it doesn't matter whether there is 1 or 2 parties, people will just land up, the state will just land up stating. State gonna state. No matter what happens, the state does what the state is supposed to do. Either at the behest of your citizens, because you genuinely believe that that is the best possible thing for them. For them, okay. Or at the behest of capital owners.
The capital owners. And
or you do it at the behest of capital owners. So, like, he's a parrot. He read this somewhere and he was like, haha. Okay. And capitalism. And capitalism, man. Okay.
The capital owners and capitalism.
So you're saying you don't think it matters if there's one party or...
There you go. Thank you, Ethan. Oh, Ethan, good boy. He's making sense for us. or behest of capital owners and capital. This isn't a lovely conversation. This isn't a beautiful conversation. We're not learning much. All we're learning is really how Hasan thinks and how his audience thinks. Hasan believes in the deep state. But Kitty, you should do the thing and look into these people and how they would view China. I just want to hear what's in the conversation. I want to hear. I want him to ask the right questions. I just want to hear. Oh wait, they are going to talk about China, but we're not going to get there.
I don't think it matters as far as I care about direct.
Because like, good on Ethan. He's like, cool. Now I'm trying to understand your stupidity. So, great stuff there, Hasan. Well done. Are you saying, honey, sweetie, baby child, I'll do the thinking for you. Are you saying you don't think it matters? Like, he gives him a better answer. Let me give you the multiple choice answer so that maybe you can make some sense of my.
I don't think it matters as far as I care about direct democratic participation in local.
Okay, so don't think it matters because you care. Okay, wait.
The capital owners and capitalism.
So you're saying you don't think it matters if there's one party or?
I don't think it matters as far as.
Thank you, Ethan. Don't think it matters because of reasons and words and reasons. Okay, so tell us, why doesn't it matter? Thank you. Ethan got us the answer. And the answer is, I don't think it matters. Okay, sorry, Hasan. I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters as far as I care about direct democratic participation in local in local.
Look at him say the words. Okay, I don't think it matters as far as, and then he just puts here is some terms. I care about direct democratic participation. Direct democratic participation in local.
I don't think it matters as far as I care about direct democratic participation in local in local
one
positions.
party system.
I don't think it matters as far as I care about direct democratic participation in local in local
one
positions.
party system.
local. What's the local? What did the transcript say? Local systems. It's, I don't know, local unintelligible. Oh, it does the whole thing. I just wanted it to be unintelligible. Local unintelligible. The whole answer is unintelligible after this. It doesn't matter because I care about the other thing. Andrew, you made such progress this stream. Keep going with this. It will be worth it. You know what? Yeah, it is. We did 25 minutes. When the stupider people are talking, we get pretty far. Okay.
Systems with socialism or communism.
So I don't think it matters far. I care about democracy. Means fuck all. I'm just going to put that as my commentary. Okay, means fuck all, but okay, let's continue.
Communism has pretty much always been a catastrophe. One party systems with socialism or communism has one party systems with social.
Okay, so he also doesn't. He doesn't push. I would have means fuck all. I would have wanted. Sorry, I will put here as well. Would have wanted Ethan to push for clarity here. See, Ethan, when it suits Ethan, he goes to the next point or helps out and goes somewhere else to, instead of questioning and getting the real, he gets away. He gets away with just word salad a lot of the time because Ethan's like, okay, well, you know what? I understand though, because this does still work when he goes, okay, no, I'll just bring it. I'll do the thinking. I'll bring the example to him and be like, look, there were bad examples of, there's bad one-party systems. Hasan, Hasan, come on. What does it look? Okay, cool. If we have a one-party system and it's bad, tell me what you think about that. Like, he has to do it that way. So I get it, but you know what? Actually, yeah, maybe that. But I'll concede. This may not be fruitful anyway. May not be fruitful to approach the fun. Which is true. I mean, like, if I'm struggling to explain myself, help me along. Ask me questions that my little brain can deal with, and then we can maybe figure out what I think. So, nicely done, Ethan.
Socialism or communism has pretty much always been a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, so we'll just not talk about whether you care or not, Hasan. As long as no party vies for capitalism, it doesn't matter. Exactly, Nico. That's exactly what he's trying to say. I think he was going to say before, earlier on, when he was like, I think we'll both agree. I think he was going to say, I think we both agree that if it was this and this party, we'd be happy. I really feel like that's the kind of guy he is. He would be able to say that. Okay, so one-party systems, Ethan. One-party systems have been a disaster. Or communism. Okay? No, I agree. We agree.
Humanitarian disaster.
No, I agree with that.
There's just so much risk in having one party.
I agree with that. I think.
Okay, one-party systems have been a disaster. Socialism. I agree. Cool. He agrees, boys and girls. He agrees. Okay, he agrees.
I think that a multi-party system is obviously going to be better. My point is that it does.
Agree. Multi-party system obviously going to be better. Axel's making a poop, so he's gonna get the zoomies just now.
Doesn't even matter if you have a parliament. It doesn't even matter if you have a multi-party system. The changes that are being made in one direction or the other are oftentimes incredibly marginal. And
okay, so he's saying, cool, that there's 2 points here. Agree, multi-party system are going to be better. Okay. My point is that it doesn't even matter. My point is that it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if you have a parliament. It doesn't even matter if you have a multi-party system. Doesn't. The changes, I'm going to put that here in the next point. So we like, it doesn't matter if this, here is the next part. Okay, we're breaking this down. The changes that are being, why am I trying to make sense of this, man? But it's good faith, right? To try and make sense of it. The changes that are made are marginal. So it doesn't matter. I'm still, I think Nico is on the right track. It's going to be like, yeah, because the changes are not close enough to what they need to be. Okay. the changes that are being made in one direction or the other are oftentimes incredibly marginal. Okay, we have spoken on this channel about incrementalism and how that can go really bad. How everything can go bad. Okay, if we just change insidiously, we can do it. Literally, Atomic Habits is about incrementalism. Okay, the changes on margarine. Yes. Radical changes mean the system isn't working. If you have a system you want, you would be making marginal changes or radical changes. Well, we can have that debate again between first what is better, marginalism or radicalism. I don't know which changes are needed.
Being made in one direction or the other are oftentimes incredibly marginal. And the differences are not born out of like the party disagreements. The differences are born.
Okay, so incredibly marginal. The next point, differences not from born party differences. Party what? Disagreements. They're born out of material complex disagreements, but it is not born out of party disagreements. Born of material conflict. Like civil war. Okay, marginal changes are tweaks because that's the system is doing this work. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I think where I came down on the marginal versus radical is radical change is very hard to maintain. Marginal change is, yes, it's insidious. It can be insidious, but marginal change seems to it's exactly the same principle as Atomic Habits, where if you make these small incremental changes, they make it harder to change them back. So it actually helps. It becomes a more robust system. Most tankies just looking for accelerationism. Just give me the things.
Out of like genuine material conflict, like even including like the Civil War. It's never like the kindness of people's or like one party of individuals being like, we are kind, we want to do good things, and the other side is bad and they want to.
Okay, I still don't understand. Okay, it's not the border part, not one party being good and caring and the other not. Well, the other being bad. Okay. Still don't know what we do with this thinking that you're doing. Where do we put this, Hasan? Where do we put it?
Want to do bad things.
So what I want to say was this then.
But
if you're in a socialist,
the other side is bad and they want to do bad things.
So what I want to say was,
like, his ticks are quite crazy. In this episode, he didn't tick this much when he was speaking to Pearl, but I suppose it is also he's in studio. Like going from yellow to white backgrounds. Yes. Most tankies are just looking for accelerationism via marginal changes. Okay, cool. We read that. Not one being good, being bad. Other side is bad. They want to do bad things, so that okay, let's continue to go back.
It's never like the kindness of people's or like one party of individuals being like, we are kind, we want to do good things, and the other side is bad and they want to do bad things.
So what I want to say was this then.
But
if you're in a socialist.
So yeah, Ethan's like, whatever, fuck you. Here's some other things. Let me ask you another question. Like, nice, whatever you were talking about there.
Country with multiple parties and one.
Like, he's like, let's just go and give you another concept. Okay, let's just do it over here. Let's just nice, whatever your words were there, because they don't mean much. in a socialist country with multiple parties, one of the parties is capitalist party. Okay, here is a hypothetical for you. He's got patience, even though he's picking to high heaven. Parties is capitalist party, which would surely exist.
One of the parties is a capitalist party,
Mhm.
which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
Okay, what would you do? What's up, Nova? How you doing? Okay.
And it was clearly like people wanted that route. They wanted that route.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I think I would do what America has done, not to the same
Which is
degree.
what?
Not to the same degree.
Okay, so what would you do? What would you do if party gained momentum? I'd do what America's done. Okay? Do what America's done. Interesting, Hasan. I haven't read down the transcript, but let's see. Do what America's done. Okay. Interesting.
Is like McCarthyist trials or anything like that. But
I would do what America has done, which is the same, which is right. Not the same degree as like.
Which is what?
Not to the same degree as like McCarthyist trials or
Not the same. So it's not the same as McCarthy's trials. Okay.
or anything like that. But I would offer additional amenities to ensure that people are comfortable and happy because
Okay, additional. So he's like, oh, hold on, additional amenities. I just pay them. Ensure. Axel, you leave your sister alone. Stop it. People are happy. Okay.
I feel like any
But what do
kind
you
of
do if they're like, nah, fuck that. We're doing capitalism.
Fuck you, Ethan. Not the same, just yeah, exactly the same, but better. Hasan says sounds everything sus. Hasan says sounds so sus. What do you mean sus? Like, no, it's not sus. It's just dumb. I'd like. What do you mean? Like he seems. I'm gonna be super sweet to my political rivals. Yes, I'll give them all the stuff. So additional amenities to ensure people are happy. So it's like, listen, I'll just bribe them. Okay, obviously that's the bad faith take, but they're clearly they want capitalism because they're not happy. So all we have to do is make them happy by putting them in labor camps. They just want jobs. So with additional amenities to ensure that people are comfortable and happy. Okay, so I love the hypothetical nature because it's like, okay, cool, fine, what if? Now, what if they did this? Okay, so he's Hasan. He's like additional amenities to ensure people are happy. And then it's like, no. What if they said, nah, we're doing capitalism? Say, no, we're doing capitalism. Okay.
well, if everything is given to you,
Yeah.
at that point, if every single thing is given to you, if all of your problems are solved, which I think we can both agree is not under capitalism and has not happened.
No. of course not.
If all of those problems have been solved, then there is no need for conflict of that regard.
Okay, so he's like, they wouldn't want capitalism because they're happy doing capitalism. Well, if their needs, if all those problems have been solved. Would be of that regard. I love that. Okay, so they'll just be happy. Okay, they'll all just be happy because we've given them this stuff. And also, yes, there's no under cap, and we can agree. We can agree. Under capitalism, these problems wouldn't be solved. Wouldn't be solved. Haven't been solved. Did you say haven't? Yeah. Okay, so
But they're
It
saying
should
no.
come
We
to
want
an
to
ultimate.
do because they're like, yo, this is a free country, right? Well, we want to do capitalism.
no, but they don't want freedom, okay? They're just fine. Sus as in he's hiding barely his power level. He would still throw the capitalists in the gulags or something. Oh yes. But I don't think it's sus in that like he's hiding. I don't think he doesn't think he's saying anything bad. It's not even sus that way. It's like it's kind of like no, like Andrew said, he's saying the quiet part out loud and thinks that it's okay. All the anti-capitalists live in capitalist societies and they never lived under socialist government as adults. Yeah. Ship them off to Venezuela or something. Or just make them live in a Romanian household with parents that lived under communism, and then they'll be scared straight. Just let them go and live with some Romanians for a while. Because just thinking about hearing all the stories that V tells about his family, him not having lived under communism doesn't matter. He's lived close enough to it, and it baffles him to see people just not understanding how this is not a good idea.
We think the market should regulate the prices and shit. Like,
It will
we
always.
don't think
I love that. It's like we don't have to say it so academically. We're just like, oh well, we no. What if the people just say all the things? Okay, so nice, Ethan. Continuing with the whole hypothetical. Who gives a fuck? What are you gonna do? Tell us the truth, Hasan. Where are the gulags? How many gulags? What will it be? What will the nature of this gulag be? No, but he'll make them comfortable. Okay. What if they say it's a free country, they want capitalism. They persist. What if they persist?
I think the workplace should be socialized.
Okay, that's a great. It
Saying
should
no,
come
we
to
want
an
to
ultimate.
because they're like, yo, this is a free country, right? Well, we want to do capitalism. We think the market should regulate the prices and shit. Like,
It will
we don't
always.
think
Shit like that.
the workplace should be socialized.
Okay, that's a great question.
And
This
what
is a great question, guys.
if
You have
because
to ask why though at that point, because
You have to ask why, though. Okay, so but why? Why do you want capitalism, huh?
well,
like-
people never can be explained by why anyway. You know,
Well, tell them no. Just why do you have to ask why? Okay, your questions are ruining my ideology. Fuck off now. So there we go. What's it? Yeah, Hasan. We have to ask why. Then we must ask why. Okay, because I felt that people don't explain why, people don't respond to why, basically what he says here. Ethan, people don't listen to why. I'm going to put it in my own words. People don't Okay, okay, continue.
know what I mean?
Some people are gonna be dumb. You're right.
It's like you don't. It's just gonna exist. You know it is.
Yeah.
And so
Just
if
keep it.
if the will of the people is to go back and to do more of a social democracy, is that something that a socialist country should move towards, or should there be resistance in the government to keep socialism?
I think the resistance.
There we go. People don't listen to us, so if there is a movement, or if the will, I'm going to say if there is, if the is away from socialism, is there a resistance? Should the resist that? Okay. Sorry, I'm going to go back here.
The democracy, is that something that a socialist country should move towards, or should there be resistance in the government to keep socialism?
I think the resistance should be akin to how capitalist governments have resisted historically any kind of.
Okay, so he's doing the same thing. So good. Okay, it should be akin. Okay, so now it's like, oh well, because they did it, we can do it. So akin capitalist. Governments resisting it. Government, sorry, resistance. Resistance. Historically, any kind of socialist movement, not to that same degree of violence, but I think that yes, the solution would always be education.
Socialist movement, not to that same degree of violence, but I think that yes, the solution to that would always be education.
Akin to communist, but not to that part. Not to the same degree of violence, but education. Yeah, Andrew is right. He's like, no, good, like just I mean, just not just education. These two trying to have an intellectual discussion is like watching two earthworms kickbox to the death. That kickbox to the death. Yes, exactly. It. You know what? The thing is, Ethan comes off seeming so intelligent because that's literally how Hasan is.
And offering more
re-education.
Education. Wait, sorry. Offering more. Education. Offering more. More, and then lol, very funny, nice one, Ethan, very entertaining. That's why Ethan's got his followers. Re-education. I mean, that's exactly where everybody was thinking he was going.
Education, certainly, yeah. I know that that's like a trigger word.
Camps.
I know that's a trigger word. And you said like camps as well. You brought up camps. What did you say? Re-education says certainly. That's like traditional camps. Yes, nicely done. Hasan, I know that's a trigger word. Why is it a trigger word, my friend? Why? Why is it a trigger word?
No, not like that. I know that's a trigger word because everyone goes, "Oh, re-education." What do you mean? Like immediately people think like, "Are you
China
talking about
that?
Are you talking about like resident schools? Are you talking about the Xinjiang?" Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God! Have we gotten to the China part? Oh my God!
They do. They do it. They did it in Xinjiang,
which
which I
isn't
think
good,
was,
right?
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it
Okay, good.
was good. This is
Okay, so and I know that's a trigger word. Then he goes talking about resident schools. Xinjiang. Okay, I don't agree with that. Don't agree with. Okay, which is great. Well done. He doesn't agree with the re-education camps. It was good, and that it's something I've openly criticized. Well done, Hasan. Well done. He's openly criticized it.
I have openly criticized as well. Like that's not good. The massive surveillance apparatus that they built in Xinjiang is not good.
So
okay, well done. Well done. Okay, that's not good. Surveillance, not good. Okay. How are you re-education without camp?
But what would be
Even
good
though
about a socialist re-education camp for capitalists?
It's not a camp, Ethan. You jumped the gun. He said there's no camps.
Xinjiang is not good.
So what would be
Even
good
though
about a socialist re-education camp for capitalists?
It wouldn't necessarily. I don't think it'd be camps. I mean, it.
Okay, so yeah, that's a very good. It's he's full of shit. It's like but yes, we're gonna go into how I would expect we're gonna go into how you re-education without camp. Doesn't make sense. Surveillance not good. Cool. So Ethan, nicely done. What would be good about a re-education camp for what? Socialist re-education camp for capitalists. As long as you don't put them in a camp, it's fine, okay? You just need to indoctrinate them, but you don't need to put them in a camp. Okay, Blaine? Hold your horses. Just relax. There wouldn't be camps. There wouldn't be camps. Wouldn't be camps. I don't think it would be camps. He says he doesn't think it'll be camps. It's okay. That makes it okay, guys. Progressives don't realize they're using the Nazi playbook. They don't. Clearly, they don't. Maybe like a facility that uses canvas buildings for ease of transport.
Necessarily, I don't think it'd be camps. I mean, it depends on it depends on crimes, right?
Okay, don't call it.
Like,
Ethan was full of shit there. Don't. Like, I know it's entertaining, but don't do it. I guess what he's doing is calling it camps because that is kind of what you're suggesting, Hasan. Tell us how it's not a camp. What happens if somebody goes through this and still doesn't agree with you? What do? Hasan was brilliant in this conversation. He really understands how to form words with his mouth. Yes, he put words together one after the other. It was very impressive. Nice, Doug. Daisy, come. Hold on, guys. We are at 28:23. Daisy, come. Daisy's on her way here, so I thought that I should take a pause and let her. No? Okay, she's not coming. Daisy, come here. Okay, anyway, let's go.
are people committing crimes at the behest of this? Because if there's a socialist state and someone is doing like white terror, let's say, or someone is
hold on, what? It depends on the crime. Oh my god.
Necessarily, I don't think it'd be camp.
Depends on your thought crime, sir.
I mean, it depends on crimes, right? Like
okay, so it depends on crime. So you have to. It's only crimes. It's not thought crimes. So wouldn't be camps. Depends on crimes. So the most charitable interpretation of that is no, you would have to commit a crime against socialism physically, not in thought.
Are people committing crimes at the behest of this? Because if there's a socialist state and
Yeah.
someone is doing like white terror,
Okay, so it's like depends on crimes. So it's like no white terror. Okay. Committing crimes. White terror in socialist state. This is brain dead. I'm glad we're almost at the end. Caucasity is a crime. I'm gonna put that here. Sorry, your caucasity, man. Andrew Clark. Caucasity. You're done. You're done. Throw the book at him. His caucasity is too much. It's Karen levels. I'm pretty sure he has just admitted that capitalism is a crime against socialism. Oh yes, he hasn't done it yet, but that's basically we can read that.
let's say, or someone is doing
Stealing
South
wages.
Korean style, purges of communists, which have
Okay, so white terror in socialist state. So now he's like, whoa, we can say
always, which has happened historically in every country that America is aligned with, because they were
no, honey. This doesn't help. You saying this, honey, sweetie, baby. It doesn't help you. You're not making more sense by saying more words. I know. It's tempting to think I'm saying more things, so I should be making more sense. No.
committing crimes at the behest of this. Because if there's a socialist state and
Yeah.
someone is doing like white terror, let's say, or someone is doing
Stealing
South
wages.
Korean style,
Okay, so South Korean style communist purges of communists. Why are you doing it the other way around? We are talking about in Ethan's hypothetical. We are in a socialist state. Stop talking about the that whole thing of purges of communism. No. Sorry, wait, he is. Never mind. But the point is, we're saying it's now a functioning socialist state. Well, you're saying, wait, well, South Korean style purges of communists. So that is in line with the hypothetical, because in the hypothetical we're in a socialist state, but that's in South Korea. So wait, no, in North Korea, what? Communists, which have always happened historically, committing crimes at the behest of this, because if there's a socialist state, yes, and someone is like, let's say someone is doing South Korean style purges of communists. What is happening in North Korea? Did he just mean the other way? I don't know about the purges. I don't know anything about that. So whatever. The point is he's bringing this up now, and then now he's bringing in other countries, which is not, he's trying to bring that in as if it matters to this hypothetical. No. Tell us what your ideology is. Tell us, President Hasan.
which has happened historically in every country that America is aligned with.
Again, America's aligned with it. So it's like, whoa, America's aligned with that country. Bad, evil America. We're still asking about this hypothetical socialist state. That's perfect. We're still asking about that. And you're just deciding, no, I'm going to bring in this. Okay, let's go. Which is always, sorry, I'm going to put this here. Which have always happened historically aligned, because the anti-communists, they've launched, military dictatorships where we recognize it's not those things have happened. Okay, wow. Okay. So it's just, oh look, the Americans, they've done that. So Americans, we don't want the violence that is he trying to bring up violence of anti-communists as if that's going to even the scales out, I suppose. Is that why he's bringing it up? Okay, which happened. Axel! Happened historically in every country that America is aligned with because they were anti-communist, military dictatorships. Okay, so again, irrelevance. Sorry. Objection, irrelevance. Or objection, relevance. This conversation. This hypothetical conversation tries to bring in real world actions to remind everybody, well, America bad, capitalist bad. All without the central question: what if the people want capitalism? In your hypothetical okay, cool. I'm gonna get us to 30 minutes and then I will stop. Look what I found in my cabinet relearning Canvas facility. Oh god, YouTube Shorts. Okay, then I'll watch that. Let me just finish this.
Because they were anti-communist, where they've launched, military dictatorships. Whether we
I understand. Look, if we're gonna just be let's be charitable. He's just saying, yeah, I wouldn't do these things that the bad anti-communists would do. I wouldn't do that. Which, yes, we can glee. However, we can glean. Hasan wouldn't be for violence against the capitalists. We can just take the answer from there. We can just take it. We can glean it. It's cool. Just because he's talking shit, it doesn't mean we don't understand what he means by his shit. Cool.
Recognize it or not, those things have happened, right? So in a situation like that, I think if there's any kind of like terrorism happening,
sure, yeah. If there's violence, that's obvious.
I do think.
Well done, boys and girls.
That there should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement
we call it an enforcement mechanism. If we call it something different, if there's terrorism, okay, we have an enforcement mechanism. Shh, it's okay. It'll be fine. So if there is terrorism, equals bad. Enforcement. Well done. Enforcement mechanism.
I think, like rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation. Oh my god. Rehabilitation. All laws end in a bullet. Well,
which would include re-education as well, would probably be a lot better.
We just use the word. We just use words. It's just this word thing happens again. We just start making different words for the same actions. We'll call it rehabilitation, not re-education. Oh well, it will include education, re-education. I love this re-education because it's as if people just will be. If you just tell people the right thing, they will magically just agree with you. As long as you just let them, it'll be like the Barbie movie where they just say, "Don't you want to wear pants?" And then, Yes, I know. That's not how it worked. It's not which way it was. Look, I'll give it a like. Okay. Anyway, now I'm gonna get recommended Ethan videos for the rest of my life.
Better than like, a prison structure where they have slavery, like in the United.
So it would be just some light re-education. It wouldn't be prison. Probably be a lot better than. So guys, listen, it's fine. It's a lot better than prison.
United States of America.
I'm still a little bit confused about the ideal mechanism of a socialist country, whereas
it just wouldn't be as bad as prison. Okay, so I'm going to put a stop to that here. We'll be at 20, actually before there, 29:10. Because Hasan starts talking after that. And I want to see what Hasan says. But basically, let's just have a quick look before we run off to Sitch and Adam. Let's have a quick look at what we've actually covered today. Thank you, Katru, for this for encouraging me to do this, because yes, it has been quite interesting. It's been quite a thing. It's crazy anyone is on Hasan's side for any of this. Who is? So we had online, it's hard to defend anything. So he's like saying, no, you can't defend. Capitalism is the popular thing online. Don't worry. As opposed to actually everybody, well, not everybody, as opposed to there are a lot of influencers that are living in capitalism, beautifully enjoying capitalism and consumerism, but then using it to preach against capitalism, the evils of capitalism. Okay, so that's what he asserts. First thing, that's stupid. But anyway, then he's telling us that the people that just have the money, which is the boomers, let's take their money. Lol, 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 lol. Fun times. Okay, so the actual debate does start. What are the problems in a social democracy that we need socialism to address? And Hasan does not answer this question in the entirety of the rest of this discussion so far. He hasn't said how socialism. Basically, he has not explained to us how socialism is better than just a capitalist state with welfare. He still hasn't done that. And Ethan has, for entertainment value, Ethan has done very well by just examining Hasan's thoughts, just asking him the right questions. Okay, there were some times where I was like, just let the man cook, because I want to hear him talk himself out, because he does actually. Sometimes he just talks and then you're like, oh wait, you're supposed to interrupt me. I'm supposed to just get to the end of my clip. And so Ethan has helped him a couple times by interrupting him, because he would have spoken himself down, like he did at one stage where he actually did talk himself down, and then Ethan just like goes to the next point. So yeah, we haven't really learned anything else, except also apparently one more key thing, which I think is the height of the stupidity that we've covered. Well, not the height. I wouldn't say it's the height of it. But it was my most hilarious moment was him saying that people say capitalism isn't innovative. That was one thing he asserted. But anyway, the chat seems to be on Hasan's side from what I know, plus Ethan's own producer. Really? How? I'm so glad I didn't look at chat. Wait, let's see chat replay. See where we are at chat. I have to press play. Okay, there. Let's go. Let's ride. Wow, this is crazy. They're still not on. This is just it didn't update all the way down. But yeah, I'll have a look at chat. Chop chat, live chat. Let's go. What if I press play? You really think he's cutting off Hasan? This is just Ethan. Bad argument, Ethan. What? I just don't want to get to a place where they start handing out jobs for people. Why does Ethan admit he's ignorant on these issues yet interrupts Hasan every time he attempts to explain? It's giving me a headache. Oh my god, so it's just full. The writer's strike is over. Oh no! What now? What are they going to give us now? Jesus. I just want to go and see what oh god, I need to go and see if I can find the link for the short. Let's see.
Moving a whole bunch of gravel, and we got ourselves some forbidden chalky milk. Moving a whole bunch of gravel, and we got ourselves some forbidden chalky milk.
Nice short there, Blaine. Memes? Okay, I'll go to the memes. Let's go. Let me just get the Discord up. I might have to. Okay, cool. I thought I would have to reload. Oh, pretty kitty cat. Where are we at? Memes. Okay, here we go. Open in browser. There we go. Guys see? Let me just check if you guys can see. Yeah, I can't see you guys. Probably not. Should I drink it? No. Privileged upper middle class commies. Communism! Imagine if it actually did happen, if it did actually come along. Open image, new tab. Let's see. I finally found it after 15 years. The scroll of truth. Communist utopia is not possible. Oh please, he would be like, it's lying. It's okay. It's not the truth. It's true. I love the knees. I love the knees. I miss that. This was one of my favorite meme formats. Opening. People eating different kinds of Oreos. Hasan. Kids are choosing the title of her stream after starting the stream. Damn it, now I'm hungry. Well, listen, I even had a completely different stream that we didn't do, which I'm going to delete. But yeah, thank you, Nico, as usual, for the hilarity that you provide to us. Okay, I don't know where you guys are. I'll try and find myself. No. I don't know where the... Oh, it's here. Anywho, we have 1 minute to get to Sitchin Adam. Should I drink it? Yeah, please don't do that. Okay, we have 1 minute to get to Sitchin Adam. There is one more thing that you need to remember to do. And that is...
Go and subscribe, you shit.
And have a nice life. And I'll see you in Sitchin Adam's chat. And thank you so much for chilling with me. And we'll continue this next time. This is fun. I wonder if we'll finish it. Anyway. Okay, thanks. Bye. Have a nice life.